Good morning, Monday, baby!
Whoa.
What a weekend. I hope everybody gained 50 pounds because I did. I'm currently, before we even really start, I'm currently sitting in a $680 put in SPY that expires tomorrow, and I'm going to let this pre-market jitter settle down before I do anything about it. It's currently up 115%. Vindicated from screwing up last week when I burnt the shit out of the turkey. How you doing, Jay-Z? How was your weekend, bro?
Good. I ate too much.
Yeah.
I didn't do the traditional Thanksgiving. I cooked steak and lamb, and it was pretty good. And that was about it. I just ate too much. I cooked too much and I ate too much for sure.
My girlfriend and dad wanted to do soup, so we did like this like Mexican inspired taco soup on Thanksgiving Day, and then we had Thanksgiving with my girlfriend's mother's side of the family the next day on Friday, and I gained like 10 pounds in one sitting. I ate so much shit. What about you, Tucker? You weigh as much as me now?
I'm double. I really ate a lot, man. No, I don't know. I had a good Thanksgiving. Mine was a little more normal. I was with some people that I didn't really know, it was like family friends, so it was like a little awkward. But it was fun. It was fun.
And now you're back with our stupid asses. How's that feel?
Yeah, now I'm with the real family. You know.
Do you wanna tell the homies what we got going on that they'll miss out on if they don't do something about it tomorrow? By tomorrow?
It's Cyber Monday. Everyone check your clock, check your watches, look down. What does it say? Cyber Monday. It says it right there on your watch. It's Cyber Monday. And there is an Unusual Whales Cyber Monday sale. The link is in the description of this video, and I will be spamming it in the chat as soon as I get it copied from the Discord chat here.
Spider-Man!
Boom! And just, if you go and check this out, you can get, I believe it is 15% off the first 3 months or 30% off your first year. So there's a lot of good deals going on there. Now, the keen-eared listeners might notice this is the same deal as as we had last week. It's still going, so might as well take advantage of it in the next couple days while you can.
And also tell Spy to drop
don't miss out. Don't miss out, guys. It's the best deal you're ever gonna get. With my unbiased opinion, it's really biased, but definitely the best deal you guys are gonna get.
Yeah, 30% is steep as shit. We don't tend to do that. Usually,
you know what we need to do though? We need to berate Nick. I know it's a Monday morning. Yeah, because you hey idiot, you didn't turn on the Twitter chat again.
Oh my god! Nick, you have one job.
Oh, how long have we been going? How many people are in here? Would it be messed up?
We have 338 views. I honestly.
Should I just restart the Twitter one?
I think you should restart the Twitter.
I'm gonna do it. Nobody leave! Come right back once you see this comeback! Alright, give me like 2
that's important.
Give me 2 seconds! I gotta let you guys talk shit when I haven't closed this put yet and we're bouncing. Be right back. Alright.
Are we gonna be stopping on YouTube as well?
No. YouTube's fine. YouTube's fine. Hi, YouTube. How's it going,
Alright, guys. So don't say
anything. You didn't see anything
you were planning on.
You didn't see anything. You saw nothing. Everyone can chat. You're damn right. Why can't I start? Why won't you let me start? What's going? Here we go. There we go. There we go.
Yeah, I'm glad we cut that early.
Yeah, it didn't happen. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. And stop and start.
And play.
Baby, we're back!
There we go.
I think.
We're live. We're good.
We're live.
There we go. It didn't happen, guys. It didn't happen.
Yeah, y'all didn't see anything. Don't tell me.
Hey, I think I kind of want some calls over here. It seems like some interesting calls coming in.
This is a bounce and a half. It's hanging out just below that 680 mark. I'm gonna give it another minute. We're up enough. I'll just show my screen as well real quick for the homies so they can see that our flow stuff isn't doing the greatest.
Too hot, yeah.
The flow parts aren't doing great. The SPY put's doing great. I want to see if we can take out that pre-market low before I get too spicy. But if they come back up here and put this put at the money, it would be irresponsible not to close it even though I have a day. But I want them to get the early morning jitters out and see if they're going to reclaim and try to push up into this gap before I'll close this put. But we're up a little bit on our Campbell swing. Nothing spicy. We're up just under 5% on a small position. The real winner we have right now is this SPY put. I'm not closing out our rocket calls quite yet unless Jay-Z sees something crazy on our tracked flow that tells me to get out of it. we got some time on that, so I'll leave him open for now. Cores didn't get hit as bad as I thought it would, JZ.
Yeah, it didn't. It's good. I'm taking 20% on SPY calls right here.
I like it. I'm going to stay in this put for now. I'll let you know if I close it. Everybody back there in the back of the room, you'll hear that shit ding. And as Anthony just said on the YouTube chat, we got data in 10 and at 10. So we'll see what happens there. Tucker, can you confirm the Twitter feed is working? Because it's frozen on my side, and I will.
Yep, it is frozen.
Someone is blowing leaves outside my window. That is what that noise is. But yes,
it is working. Oh, I see it now. We're good.
Working.
We're good.
Not as many people watching. I'm actually curious. Well, I guess we'll be able to see. I think the restart might have kind of fried things a little bit.
It probably did, but
we'll see. Nothing we can do about it now. This is a nice experiment. That was intentional. It was an experiment, guys.
yeah, it's intentional.
We're doing it for science. We're doing it to learn a little bit about analytics. Huh?
It's definitely frozen on my end, Nick, for sure.
Hit refresh. Just refresh it. That's
I
what
did
worked for
3
me.
times.
It's a new link now.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm
Yeah,
also
that's
gonna
it, that's
do
it.
a tweet
Okay.
here in a
I'm
minute
seeing it.
about it to let people know that Tucker broke the feed.
Oh, yep,
What?
it's good. We're good. We're cooking. We're back to cooking. God damn it, Tucker, you had one job.
You had one job.
God
Okay,
damn it.
my bad.
All right. Now, actually, real quick, let me make sure I can find it in my flow. This course position I'm in, that actually isn't getting beat up as bad as I thought it would. Let me make sure I saved it, because if I didn't, this is going to be awkward. I didn't, so I'll just look it up. It is the Coors $19 call expiring 1/16. This is the flow that we noted. I think Bean in Jay-Z's server and the Unusual Whale server noted it. A lot of action in the morning on the 28th on this bad boy. Now, based on the fill start, I was leaning toward BTO on these because they're coming in right at the ask. This bounce is going to stop us out in profit. That's okay. Keeping an eye on it. We're looking at these 19s for January. I really liked this flurry of ask side transactions that came in right away. Now, one thing that gave me pause, my screen froze, it unfroze. One thing that gave me pause on this is I did notice another strike was getting slapped in a very different way. Not that one, but it was a 25. Course 25. See, this one maybe? Nope, not that one. Course 25C. It was one of the 25s. I'll figure it out. Maybe the 116 as well. It was. So the 116 25C, same expiration, different strike. A ton of transactions at the bid. Now, mind you, there's no guarantee it's the same person. Neither of the flow we saw on the $19 call was flagging as multi-leg. But this 25C did flag as multi-leg with like 3 other strikes. This is multi-leg fuckery that I wouldn't even try to melt down. There's no consistent fills across the board. All the open interest is absolutely juice. The only reason I know for sure these 25s were new is because the open interest carried over. That gave me pause. I was already in it when I noticed this, and we're barely down. So I'm going to leave it open until I see something contrary to potentially coming back up on cores. But we're down $12 on the contract, about 6.5% on those cores $19 calls. But I just wanted to break down why this gave me pause. It was contrary to the position I'm in. I'm actually going to save it. And not only that, the way that it was filling with other contracts without any directional fill side, like bid or ask, anything like that, I have no idea what the hell's going on with that multi-leg. And so it gave me a little pause. But we'll see what happens. I like this rejection on SPY, Jay-Z.
That's good.
It rejected.
I took 25%. I'm fully out of those.
Good. Because we rejected right at the bottom of that gap that we dropped over the break into pre-market. I want this to come back and make a new intraday low. But right now I'm watching this little spot right here to see if it turns into support. If they keep wicking up into this gap, I'll just take the profit. But let's see what they do for us here.
What are we up right now on that? 150, 140?
105%.
Ooh, you're getting kind of
Nah, I'm gonna leave it. Until they stop me out, I'm gonna leave it. Rules is rules. And right now, if they form a new base here around 679, I'll take it and then look for a new re-entry. But I don't think we're done. Let me see what our bad boy Periscope looks like. We've got negative gamma directly below us again, pretty heavy at that 6,800 level. Above us, right now we're sitting at 6810, 6805 in that little area of positive gamma. I need them to sweep through the bottom. Bulls need them to sweep through the top. Obviously, there's more positive gamma above that could act as resistance before they reach 6830, 6835 and try to accelerate through that that negative gamma. I'm still wanting them to sweep these out.
Okay.
But we'll see what happens. Is there anything you got leftovers for us, Jay-Z, from last week? I know you were out partying.
Nah, I actually took Friday off, to be honest with you, man. I just I didn't like sometimes I had an old rule of mine where I normally don't trade on Fridays. I would close a position, maybe I might add to a position I already have, but my normal rule of thumb is not to trade Fridays because I would take an extra day off. But yeah, I didn't really trade because we had a half day too, so I just enjoyed touching some grass, going outside, hanging out with my family. My parents were actually in town, so
Yeah, it was the first time for everything.
yeah, you know,
Touching the grass.
touching
What
the
was it
grass. It was nice and green actually for once.
I'm with it.
Uh,
What are we?
but
What
yeah.
filter are we on right now here? What are we looking at?
This is Snorlax's asphalt.
Oh, nice.
This is basically Snorlax's
I'm curious
asphalt.
about those INTCs that hit the aggregate.
Yeah, that's the one I was gonna pull up actually. I was kind of curious about this. As long as it loads. Is this my internet being poopy? Oh no.
It might just be a little slow in the morning.
Yeah. All right, so we have a 1387 volume coming in. We have a 2% multi, which other than second, 138,000 in premium, 3% out of the money. Might be a intraday scalp, maybe. Maybe they're trying to get like a quick in and out today. Let's see where we start the chain off at. One, not much to look at, right? They're giving us basically almost one single timestamp, right? So not much to go off, but they are coming off at the ass directly. So I do like that overall. I don't know why this is a 62% over here and a 63% over here, but they look like they're coming straight off of the ask. They look good. Are they expecting more down? Man, like you said, the net premium is not like a good guarantee of what's going on. However,
Definitely not gospel.
yeah, but it doesn't strike me as something that I like. I think this is just going to be a quick in and out. We'll see what happens with more volume coming in on this one per se. But I know that Intel had some news, didn't they? Nick, are you aware of that?
No. Let me do some Googling. Do they have AI news perchance?
Maybe.
Intel Corporation opinions on Apple deal rumors. Apple deal. With a top article. Intel's rumored Apple deal won't save the company. That's foreboding. You need to chill, bro. You don't know.
Tenax on Twitter says, I can't understand anything. What do you not understand, sir?
Is it a volume thing? Is it me being
I
mushmouth?
checked the audio. I can
Audio's fine on the back end here, but go ahead and crank it up on your side and make sure you can understand what we're saying if you can, Tucker.
Is it my accent? I'm terribly sorry if my accent's bad. I do apologize.
What I'm not sorry about, there are two things I'm not sorry about.
Okay.
Two whole things. The first thing is SPYs coming back down into the range of where I'm watching profit or stop out. I need them to sweep below this low here that they set right at open. And then ultimately I want them to sweep out that 677.97 from pre-market. They're still kind of trolling around right here. I'm going to give it a little bit more time. Currently up 115% on that put. The other thing I'm not sorry about is for those of you coming in a little late, Unusual Whales is having a banger of a Cyber Monday sale. 30% off your first year. We don't do sales that steep, so grab that while you can. It ends tomorrow. Tucker's going to be spamming the hell out of that link in there. Watching all the tools that we're using.
How many times can I spam it before it bans me? before.
I don't know. We're gonna find out. Let's find out.
Get the hell out of here.
Just get banned. Get banned already. You're not doing a job if you're not getting banned.
But all the tools you watch us using on this show, the flow feeds, the aggregate flow, the periscope tracking, market maker positioning, all of that in that subscription, 30% off. Don't miss it because it's not gonna happen every day, y'all. We don't go this cheap.
Even at full price, it's too cheap.
You're not gonna beat this cheap. Yeah, I got a little bit of a bias. I gotta admit, I am an Unusual Whales employee, but let me tell you, I was a customer long before I was an employee. About a year, because that's how long it existed before I was an employee. But nah, man, we're always upgrading. We now have like new stuff with Periscope. I'm gonna be doing breakdown videos of with Dan later in the week and next week. So much shit being added and upgraded constantly. Go ahead and click that change log up there at the top of your screen, Jay-Z. You can even follow along with the updates, baby! Anytime something major updates, any quality of life changes, we pop it right into that change log. If you click that GEX visualization market maps, that's the new thing. Up a little bit higher, we've got new filtering in Periscope. The GEX market maps are cool. The little bubbles of gamma, those are fun.
Yeah.
But we got a lot more stuff coming out, guys, and 30% off. You're not gonna beat that. So party it up for Cyber Monday with us. Now, while I was talking, let's see if they took my profits away. Yeah, they did. Not all of them. We're still good. We're still good.
All right, what else do we got coming in? Dosian. I'm actually gonna go ahead and look at what we got coming for earnings, Nick.
Yeah, let's get that degenerate filter up too.
Yeah, I'll do that in a second. I'm gonna figure out what we got going on. What is it? Today's Monday. God damn, it's Monday. All right, so this is from last week. I was almost gonna talk about last week's earnings. That would have been pretty bad. Oh, we got Credo, we got MDB, VSTS. Actually, my eyes are gonna be on MDB a lot. MDB moved like crazy last time, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, there's actually a bug on the earnings per share for MDB that's being worked on. They actually beat on their last earnings, not missed.
Yeah, that's fine though. But like, look at that, 37% move. Yeah, I'm gonna be keeping a close eye on that for sure.
All right, we set a new high of day. I'm gonna close out this put, and I'll get back in if it comes back.
Oh, let me check.
But all right, we just took 95% on that.
Yeah, let's get it. Let's get
We're
it.
pushing up, just so folks can see why I got out. Let me switch to my screen here.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm looking at some
We're
of the
pushing
positions at
up
home.
into this gap drop from the overnight to pre-market session. Now, if I want to get back in puts and I'm feeling bearish again, what I'm going to be watching for is if they can push as high as 681.84 for a rejection. That's where they had support on the bounce before the gap down. If they don't even get that high and they come back down for me, I'll probably jump back in depending on what gamma exposure is looking like. We're still in that same area of positive gamma with negative gamma above, negative gamma below. I want to see on SPX if they can reject 68.25 to get back in a put. If they can't, oh well, I'll sit on my hands until they give me something spicier to get in. But hey, I will take a 95% swing and be happy with it.
Yeah, me too.
All right, buddy, go ahead. My bad.
No, you're good. So this is something I'm definitely keeping an eyes on going into earnings today after hours. Let me see what else we got cooking on the charts and calendars for earnings today. So it was the SLP, the Credo. I did see some Credo coming earlier on Flow. Was it here? Maybe here? I don't know. Let me double check. I'll go back on there and see. Maybe it was a couple days ago, but. We have an expected move of another 14% on Credo. What did they do last earnings? Pretty in move for the past few times, besides this one particular time when it went up 50%, right? And then we had 27% over here, right? Your IV's probably going to be juiced to the moon on these contracts because your move expected is 14%. So to keep a look at that, would like to see what is pre-market. Normally, I'm not a big fan of pre-market earnings because I feel like I always get duped on those. Whenever I try and play those on pre-market, for some reason they're not the best thing to play, I feel like. However, let me open up the good old DGen ER I'm gonna go ahead and filter this out for change this out real quickly to 100 because I want to catch a couple more things. I'm gonna make this 0 and 2 so we have a little less noise, and I'm gonna see nothing on the filter right now. Probably we have 5 coming in. We have earnings after hours 12.3, and we have 12.3 again for JBS. So I'm gonna keep my eyes on this as we go. We'll see what populates on here towards the whole day, and we'll keep eyes, and I will let you guys know on X, or I will let Nick know as well, so we can post if I take any like degen plays on my personal WhaleWatch account. Personal WhaleWatch account is at $1,000 right now. I haven't. I did a little boo boo, and I got contracts on a different account, which Robinhood does some weird thing where I have to use. I had to click the the portfolio, and I forgot to click the actual portfolio as I was going to get it. But it's at $1,000 from $500 on my personal account. So
That's still a
I'll let
banging
you know.
gang.
It is. It is. It is a banging game. I only started that like a week and a half ago, maybe. So excited to see if I can get a couple maybe degen plays work out. If I lose $20 to $30, I don't really care. But I'm currently holding on that account. I'm currently holding flow plays of AMRX, the 12.5 calls, NWSA for April, RC for April as well. The AMRX expires 12/19. I'm hoping they're going to have some clinical news coming out, but we'll see what happens. I'm sitting at 12.52 right now. It's in the money right now, but I'm hoping for a slight bigger push out there so I can get some profit of 20% and get out of there. So we'll see how that cooks.
We are also in the RC $3 calls for April in the WhaleWatch account.
Yeah.
Not down as bad as I thought we'd be, if I'm being honest.
How are the WhaleWatch flow contracts doing right now as day has gone? I mean, we gotten like
Not amazing.
22.
Not amazing. Let me flip her over here. So right now, the cores we mentioned earlier is down 8.57% to 10. I paid $1.40 for one contract. Like I said, this one at the top of the show I was talking about, I had a little bit of pause on due to the coinciding flow that seemed to be opposite of this flow. So I'm going to kind of watch that throughout the day. It has until January, so a little bit more of a month on that, about a month and a half on that still. CPB, those Campbell's puts we took last week on Wednesday are up a little bit, just under 5%. Those expire in December, so I'll watch those a little bit closer. But
hold on, are you showing something on your
yeah,
screen
damn
there?
it. There we go.
Yeah, there.
There we go. So CPB, it's up a little, not enough for me to want to take it off yet. The Campbell's chart looked identical to when I entered the trade. I want my $29 puts to go in the money. We'll see how the soup is flowing after Thanksgiving. NWSA, that one we have until April. That one's kind of just set and forget for now. There's so much time on that. Unless I see something move or some crazy flow come in on NWSA, I'm not going to be too terribly concerned about it. And then there's the RC that we've been in for a hot minute. Those $3 calls, those are chilling around $6 down. So about $3 per contract down on that. I have 2 of those in this account. And ARB East toast. That lotto we took, it zeroed out for them. It's worth $1 right now.
Yeah.
And then we had those rocket calls as well. The 23 call for January. That one's not doing so hot today. It's down 12%. The contract, not the stock. The stock is down about 2%.
Hey, speaking of MDB, I just got something on the filter for an MDB. Expensive. I'm not gonna play this specific contract.
Oh, that's pricey, yeah.
However, are we back on my screen? I think.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So the MDB 372.5. God, I said 37.25 almost. Expiring 12/5, which is this week. It's a weekly coming in at 7.81. Let's take a look at the tape real quickly on this. It is a single multi. Do these matter, Nick? In your opinion, this single size multi-leg, would that matter for the trade? You think?
Not necessarily. I mean, there's no way to guarantee it's not part of that same trade, but it's also not getting flagged as multi-leg while the full position above is. There's a little bit of a time gap, about a minute and a half between the two. Yeah. I wouldn't say with certainty that they are or are not related. I personally wouldn't lean toward them being related. Check the multi-leg, though, just for shits and giggles. Let's see the contracts. Yeah, I don't think these are coinciding unless we have like on those other contracts identical volume
Yeah.
to the big leg that or the single order you saw above, which does not seem to be the case.
Nope,
I
it's
don't.
not.
These two trades are most likely not related at all.
Nick slapping you guys with some knowledge over there.
We're just now reaching that rejection spot I mentioned on SPX and SPY. If they can get over it, I'm sitting on my hands. If they reject really hard, I'll take another put scalp. But right now, they ain't doing that.
Yeah, so there's not much to go off of that single one. I mean, you are definitely close to the ask, right? The spread is kind of weird, right, overall. But I'll keep my eyes on. Maybe there's a DGen weekly play that comes in that I might like to take, and I'll let you guys know. But for right now, I'm gonna keep watching it. We'll keep watching it. What else do we have? Do a quick refresh, make sure everything's good. NAVN. Now, this is reminding me of last Monday. Come on, Flo. Come on, Flo.
And it's still early, man. We've only been live for like half an hour.
Yeah.
We got time. SPY is pushing up into that gap now, though. They're almost at 682 again. I'm glad I took that gain. This would be getting spicy.
Oh, let me see my runners. Give me a second.
You've played Wolf before, haven't you?
I have played Wolf before.
Oh, your call runner? Your call runner's probably doing just fine now. They failed to make a new low and
we're up 60%.
Hell yeah. We're still pushing up into resistance territory, but pretty much every 40 cents up on SPY is resistance from the pre-market. So it's a runner. You can let it vibe for a bit if you want.
It's fine. Stop loss is entry. So
now the support is down at 680.44-ish. That's the top of the resistance area they had on the gap. But they're back up into the gap now. We'll see what they do. I'm going to see if I can't get another scalp while we're live. If not, oh well, we don't chase trades.
A put scalp you're thinking of, is it?
What's up?
You're looking for a put scalp, I'm guessing?
Yeah, that's just how my brain works, man.
That's okay. That's A-okay.
I leave a lot of money on the table not chasing longs.
Forgive
but...
you. We forgive you.
Yeah, we forgive you. I am curious to see how this filled. Bid. Oh, yeah. That's definitely seems like an STO. Almost definitely.
Looks like it.
All right. Yep. Most likely, in my opinion, that is an STO. All right. That is good. I'll keep eyes on that. Anything on your interval flow, Nick?
Not really yet. Let me pull it back up here and give it a secondary glance. So far, we have some Rivian calls came in.
That's one on Snorlax's filter too.
Let's see what we got going on here. The $18 call for December. A flurry. A bit of a flurry. We got 10 inches in my neck of the woods, so that's a little bit more than a flurry. Ooh, that's a decent SPY rejection. I want to see more, though. Confirm it for me, and I'll buy a put. All right, what was this? At the ask transactions on these $18 calls, I'm not seeing any reason to believe they were sold to open to begin with. A little bit of a bid-ask gap at the open, but I don't think that open is part of that alert that fired. Seems to probably be two separate transactions happening.
We've got it. The King, Anthony Sanford, in the chat talking about a Tesla 1440 call for the December 26th. So
you know how I feel about Tesla. I always get my ass whooped on Tesla. Those are expensive. He's talking about the 440s. If you want to pull those up in the back end while I look a little bit at Rivian's overview.
Already done. Already done.
I already clicked it too.
That is more...
Yeah, come on.
Well, I guess the $18 calls too.
You're late to the party, man.
So those 18s aren't the only Rivian getting action. The 25s of the same expiration are too. There's a lot of open interest on the 25s for January.
Yeah, those came in, I think, last week, right?
A long time. I'm all the way back in March now, and there's still 10,000 open interest. Some flurries in September without any real open interest change. Now these 25s in general have been, you see a lot of transactions happening, but no open interest fall off. So a lot of change in hands of these contracts that were open prior. Nothing really standing out to me on those except for today's pretty clearly ask side flows. If I were a betting man, I would say today's transactions are new positioning on these 25s. Open interest will confirm. This is an instance where it's hard to form a hypothesis when you have that much open interest, even though it's all coming in pretty confidently at the ask. If you scroll back through time, you can see some pretty sizable transactions were transacted at the bid as well. So, I mean, every single contract, what I'm getting at here, folks, is every single contract that's transacted today on these $25 calls for the 16th could be positional closures. There's no way to know for sure whether or not these are new. The 18s are for sure new. These are new positioning. All of that volume it's now almost four times the open interest. Hypothetically speaking, they could be flipping shit back and forth over and over and over. These are new positions. We're going to see that open interest go up tomorrow on these on these 18s rather. I'm going to save agree. One. I kind of like it. I just don't like Rivian.
Yeah, me neither. I'm not the biggest Rivian fan. Also, before I forget, guys, we took that. I took the TMC call on Wednesday, and those TMC calls did fantastic. By the way, on Friday morning, closed some of them for around 200% gain. So I forgot to mention that. I know that Nick tried to get Phil on the WhaleWatch account, and we couldn't get a Phil on the WhaleWatch account.
That's why you're being responsible. It is down quite a bit today, though, but that's a hell of a bounce. That's a hell of a bounce off the bottom.
Yeah, they're that's why you see profit, you take profit, right? It's kind of how that works. But yeah, it did pretty good. Super happy with that. Had some good gains on the personal WhaleWatch account for sure. So
did you want to touch on those Teslas that Anthony sent?
Yeah, we can open it up.
I opened it up. I'm gonna top my coffee off here.
I'm also not the biggest fan of Tesla when it comes to really expensive contracts. But we'll take a look. So the tip is I find these kind of a little bit more messier than normal just because it's all ask bid, right? And you gotta go through all this a little bit more. They are really expensive. So we're starting off around here. Nick, what was your thesis on the spot being higher than the bid ask? What was your
That's a long ass article, but essentially there's nothing special. I'll find the article quick and have Tucker spam it everywhere about above ask, below bid.
Yeah.
It's by way of normal market mechanics. It's nothing special. It doesn't mean...
Is it kind of like a nothing burger?
Yes. It okay. Doesn't mean that they're more eager to get in, so they're paying more than it's worth. That's not true. I'll find the article here. Above ask, below bid. Oops, wrong one. Above ask, below bid. But the too long didn't read of what's going on there is that transactions with those prices above or below the national best bid offer, it's possible they turn out to be, awesome as shit. Who knows? But that's true of all flow.
Yeah.
The fact that they happened outside of the bid-ask spread is a reflection of normal market mechanics. It's not an indication of trading conviction by the person placing those orders. This is the article that Tucker's going to spam at you guys. It's a nice long write-up by both our man Dan and our man Snorlax from the Unusual Whales team. It fully explains what's going on there, how these fills are happening. But no, it doesn't mean, oh shit, they paid more than it's worth. Oh no, that's not the case. If you see that being the case elsewhere, they're wrong.
Yeah. All right. So the Tesla bid spread changes up and down here and there.
I missed my put entry, boys.
Oh no.
It's all good. Keep going.
And then we have it's just such a it's such a weird it's a weird trade in my opinion. Then you have a lot more ask over here, and then you're getting bids, and it's messy for me. This is not the type of flow I would normally take, right? Because I would like to see just a clear concise direction. However, you do have again the same situation with the spot being more than the bid ask, which probably a nothing burger. But 702K there, right? A significant amount of money going in there. Yeah, I mean, we'll keep an eye on this. I'll add it to watch list. Let's add the 702K one to watch list. Where is that? Where did you go? Where did you go? But yeah,
Where did you come from? Where did you go?
cutting out Joe. But yeah, I personally wouldn't be taking any of these positions because they're too expensive. Even for a bigger account, I don't want to risk it. So especially with what the market can do. So
That and Tesla
yeah,
just hates me. If you're anywhere near me and I play Tesla, you're gonna get caught by the bad luck of Tesla too. I every time I've played Tesla, I got fleeced in both directions, so I just don't.
look at this wolf. These BBWIs too that
Yeah,
are coming
I
in.
saw
Ooh,
the BWIs hit my
yeah,
interval full too. If you want to pull those up and take a gander.
yeah. Why? Why are we? Why are we getting smacked over here? All right. 958.41 is where we started the ask. 958.41. All that money, and then we have. Curious to see where the bid side is coming at right here. 959.01. We're starting the bid. That is also because probably the spread is closing in. Yep. So bid ask spread is closing in, hitting 0.75 over here, starting at here. What do you think, Nick? You think this could be the same trader? The 958 and 959? So 20
Could
seconds
be.
apart,
We do
right?
see continuation of fills right after that fired off another alert. So it's possible, but I wouldn't be married to it. But I mean, they're right next to each other. It very well could be.
Yeah, I want to see where. So the 959.44, where do we start on that? That starts off at the bid as well. So I don't know. It's kind of messy, in my opinion, to be able to just judge as to where we're coming from. It's all like I feel like it's all like in like a minute time span, right? It's not like too far away, right? But yeah, I feel like it's already up 6.63%. This could be one of those ones that we like don't take. It's gonna pump up like crazy. I would honestly, in my opinion, I would like to see more flow coming in. As you see over here with the point 0.7 and the point 0.8, it's in the point 0.7. However, this does end up going down more too, right? So I'm kind of curious to see what happens and what else for the flow comes in. If anything, I would like to buy a cheaper call, cheaper strike. Obviously, I'll further out strike just to test the waters, but I don't know. What are your thoughts, Nick? What do you think?
I'm never a fan of chasing something that's up almost 7%. But we've gotten burned by two not chasing already.
Yeah. I think this. I don't know. This could be one of those. I know that Bean posted it a while ago somewhere, and he posted it. I think. Let me see if I can find exactly when he posted it. I know he tagged it earlier. He posted BBWI on 11/24.
Oh, a
So
bit of ways
they
ago. What happened to the ones that he
ways.
posted? I imagine
So
if
the
they were
one.
calls, they're up.
So the thing with the ones that he posted are they expired a little too early. They were a little too early on the play. So that was something that happened there. But they were off by a week. They expired 11/28, so they were off by basically 3-4 days. So
Dang.
if not they would have cooked. They would have cooked. There were 15 calls, so these would have been like crazy value today, right? If they had them for a little longer.
Oh, for
So
sure. What was the wolf like? That's a pretty wide gap, but they still filled at the ask. Take a peek, see
yeah,
these. Couple of hits on them, too.
I like how this increases. I'm gonna do a quick 7-day and see.
What is
Got a
wolf?
little.
It's not to be confused with WULF. That's the crypto miner. What's wolf? Wolf speed, new 30 years.
Semiconductor
Building.
products?
Looks like it. Yeah. Interesting.
Interesting, yeah. Double similar candles over here, right? Could this be in and out? Hmm.
Could. It's possible.
Yeah.
I would be skeptical that it is, just based on how those fills happened.
Yeah.
All coming in at the ask. They're side by side. They're basically on top of each other. It is possible. It's definitely possible that that's an in and out. And if you see the two candles prior are pretty similar in size as well.
Yeah.
I would lean toward add, not in and out. I'd be leaning toward all of that or all that volume rather carrying over into open interest.
So we got 3011.
I got in a put with a stop at high of day, by the way. I'm in the 679 for tomorrow.
Okay.
Stops at high of day. That'll probably be about 35% hit on not quite. About 25% on the contract.
26.
Is there anything else on it, or just that one strike?
For today, just one strike as of right now.
Yeah, that's the only one with any real size, huh?
These guys are probably...
How'd those 30 calls open? Because the stock's up nice today. Way back
2.00.
Yeah, hard to tell if they did, though.
Yeah, but overall, they're up right now, so... but they're not out yet. I mean, almost all that OI carried over, too, right? So... But it was also a neutral, right? So... If I look at that little candle over here... There it is. None. The cross trade.
Good old cross trade.
We got some crossies.
I want to see more context with a cross trade.
Yeah.
I don't like to chase into a cross trade unless I tend to kind of ignore cross trades unless they're coinciding directly with flow, not cross trades. And as you all see, there's none of that here. This is the only thing that transacted on Wolf today. Tucker, if you type in what is a cross trade unusual whales, an article breaking down a cross trade will come up, and if you could spam that to the homies.
On it.
And there should be a link in there as well to an HBO show representation of a cross trade happening. It's a dramatization of it, but that's essentially what it is. It's essentially to a buyer or seller being paired together directly. I don't want to say in cahoots, not necessarily the case, but it's not being filled the same way you placing a market order is being filled. It's going straight from A to B, not A gets assigned to B. It's going straight from person A to person B, or entity A to entity B, etc. BBWI. I am curious about those BBWIs. I've seen that ticker go ham sometimes.
It definitely
just feels weird chasing.
It's a meme. It's a meme boy. Oh, more MDBs.
But a second MDB.
Yeah. Yeah. More MDBs
Same
coming
size might be notable.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for SPY to reject, SPX. The reason I got into that put for the folks real quick, and they're probably going to stop me out based on what I'm looking at. Let me flip my screen. Here's that 68.25 positive gamma that I mentioned earlier. They're at it again right now. They couldn't hold above it to really push through 68.30 and 68.35. So I took a put for tomorrow, the 679 put on SPY. If they can get up here and start pushing through this negative gamma, I'm going to get out and sit on my hands again. Looks like they're starting to try a little bit, but that's why my stop is at high of day, because there's the potential for some way faster movement if they get up in here. Another reason is even though we're still bouncing, yeah, we're seeing net put premium come down. That's in line with SPY's movement, but we're seeing net call premium come down too despite the bounce. And so this one was worth the risk of a 1 day to expiration scalp for me. Let's see what they give us, if they give us anything at all. Nothing is 100% guaranteed of any strategy. This is just how I trade the Periscope. If they do what I want them to, my target's going to be down here at 6,800 again. But we'll see what they do.
Yeah.
And if you notice, I bought a 1 day to expiration instead of a 0 day this time, because that's hard to do with a small account. We've learned. Oh, look at that. Another knife in the net call premium. I'm going to give this some breathing room and see if they can take this down for us. We're sitting right about at break even on it still. But that's enough on that. We'll come back to that as the trade goes on. If they tell me I'm stupid and stop me out, or tell me I'm smart and head down to my target. Oh, I guess I should put your screen back on centered. There we go. All right. Anything new hitting the degen filters?
Nothing here. I'm gonna check some of my other ones as
Oh,
well.
Anthony said those Teslas are approaching 10% already. Should have full ported the WhaleWatch account. Dude, buying one of them would be full porting the WhaleWatch account.
Yeah, I don't think you could have even afforded one of them, to be honest.
No.
I don't think we even afforded one of them. Oh, Palantir is on here. I can't look at it. I can't look at it yet. All right, let's go ahead and look at some interval flow. Let's see what I got on my interval flow stuff. This is on.
Oh, look,
Monday.
another random ass ticker I've never heard of before in a Jay-Z filter.
Yeah,
I'm shocked.
and it's already done well today. Yep, it's up 7%. So that call has done pretty good. 27. It's up 100%, basically, almost. So, yeah. Yeah, the TRVI. I don't know if you guys saw the TRVI. When before this came in, the TRVI went up, I think, 40% or something. Yeah, look at that. It went from 2.02 all the way up to 3, and high. Actually, it was higher. 2.79.
Nice little gain there.
Yeah. All right, so what do we have? Today's Monday, December 1st. Nothing on here yet. But this is kind of what I normally look for when I look for stuff, is these weird looking these weird looking things like XNet. What the hell is an XNet actually? Never heard of this before. XNet.
Net call premium is still tanking, by the way, so I'm gonna
look at that OI. Look at that volume carryover.
Yeah,
on
full
this.
ass position carried over.
Woo! This is interesting.
What'd they transact at? They're not even up terribly.
So we had Add the Ask.
Mm-hmm.
Add the Ask. What is XNet?
I have no
What
clue.
is the spike in net premiums? You have that. I'm curious about. What is this one? Where did we get the majority of that coming through? 1020 at
Bid side back then. Interesting.
You know what? I'm
That
gonna
could
do one.
be.
I'm gonna do one in my personal one. We'll see what happens. This looks like it could be a juicy one.
You going after those fives? Those are in the money.
Yeah. No. The one that popular over here.
Oh,
the
the
eights.
8. Damn, they got
Yeah.
time on those too.
Yeah. I'm kind of curious to see what these guys right here. Kind of curious to see what those are doing. So we'll see what happens. XNet 8. Yeah, I know, guys. You can diss me all you want for using my phone, but I'm a phone user.
It is just funny. You do all of this shit on your monitor and then look straight down.
Yeah.
There's a pretty big bid-ask gap.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait
off.
on this.
So for those wondering why I'm saying he should maybe hold off, let me switch over to my shit here. The bid-ask spread on those calls, there's a 45 bid and a $1.15 ask. You're gonna get a pretty wonky ass fill there. Nobody's willing to buy it for more than 45. Nobody's willing to sell it for more than 115. If you were to place a market order here, you're instantly gonna lose like 50% of your contract value at a mid-fill. So that's a come back to it later and check it out situation right there.
Yep. Liquidity is not the best. It is also good to note it is an ADR as well, guys. Just a good thing to note on that as well. So I know some people don't like ADRs, so
Getting a tiny
also
flick up in net call premium, but nothing yet. They still haven't taken back the positive gamma spot at 68.25, so I'm down a little bit on that put, but I'm comfortable here. They haven't shown me real buying power above 68.25 on SPX yet, so I'm chilling until they conquer that level. If they conquer that level, my bad. I was wrong. I'll go sit in the corner and cry, and until then, I'm staying in this.
So remember those MGNIs I
Yeah,
talked about?
yeah, I do.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
up 20% too.
Of course they are.
Oh man. I wish you took. I took them on my account. I have those,
Hey,
but
at least the SPY trades are popping.
well, I took those
Periscope,
on my.
Periscope's the shit,
Listen,
man. I can't trade without it anymore.
we just didn't get filled on those. We were kind of
No,
being,
yeah,
very-
the working order went all the way to end of day. It just never got
Yeah.
filled. And I had it
Yep.
in a decent spot. It was pretty much right where they transacted, and MG and I didn't really move intraday. I never got somebody to sell one to me. Is what it is.
Good morning, Joe. A Joe named Joe. Joe named Joe says Xnet is a Chinese cloud service company. They're also involved in blockchain. There we go. Some interesting stuff there. So I'm interested to see what else will come in.
I've got it
for
bookmarked on. I've got it bookmarked on my broker, so we can come back to that. I need that bid-ask spread to tighten up. I'm not gonna.
Oh yeah, me too.
I'm not gonna try to be cute. All right, here we go. We're coming toward the first area of support on SPY here, which is basically right here, the 680 to 680.30 area. I would really like for them to just knife it, obviously, but there's some bias there. They're going to chop around a bit, I think. 679.76 is the next spot on SPY where they could really bounce hard. I'm going to see what they do there and reevaluate. We're up about 20 bucks on the put. But we reevaluate. I got to see what they do here. I got 1 day to expiration on it, so I could give myself some breathing room to let it chop around a bit. But that's where we're at on that SPY scalp. We're still in it. There's no reason for me to get out until they conquer SPX 68.25. And again here, there goes that net call premium again. If you remember, I entered because we were bouncing, but net call premium were still knifing. And they couldn't get over that positive gamma at 68.25. We're right in a bounce area, but they haven't convinced me to take profit on this yet. They're not telling me to get out. Nobody's buying up calls. People are still ask side transacting puts. I want to see if we can get through this cone area of the straddle and back toward that 6,800 on SPX for me to take gains on this.
Tookster, we do this stream every Monday and Wednesday.
Right at market open, baby. And we'll have little sporadic one-offs of fun too. So it won't, we'll occasionally, but it'll get announced on the Unusual Whales Twitter account if we're gonna go an off-schedule day. But we'll do special little features here and there.
I personally like to think of every.
He's alive. I thought he was dead. He's alive.
Me?
Yeah,
I've been being too responsible, so the devil on my shoulder went into hiding.
It's true. Yeah. No, and now I'm coming in and making a little joke. I'm like, I like to think of every stream we do as a special little feature. I mean, frankly.
I see.
It's all a little treat for you guys, you know?
Louis says, love these morning finance moves. Thanks, guys. It's the third one so far. Yeah.
Hey, appreciate you, dude.
Yeah,
we've done like 5 of them. You've been the 3/5 of them. You've already got a passing grade, dude. Keep it coming. Keep it coming, baby!
Yeah, just never miss one ever again.
Yeah, just
and ask what SPY trades. Nick is just taking some SPY trades.
Yeah, I'm currently in a SPY scalp. I'm in the 679 put for tomorrow. Wanting it to make a new low of day, but I'm keeping an eye on this 679.80 level. We're right at the first little bounce point that I mentioned earlier, pretty much right at 680. I'm just keeping an eye on that spot because if they sweep it, I think we have plenty of room down based on the gamma we looked at a little bit ago. I'm going to let this 5-minute candle close and probably the next one, and then we'll reevaluate. On another plus side, Jay-Z, we are now up 12% on the Campbell's play. So you might have to stop hating Campbell's if Campbell's dies.
Nah, never. Too much PTSD, man. Too much PTSD.
We have such a different experience with Campbell's Soup. Campbell's was my first options trade ever in like 2019, early 2019. Campbell's was. It was a Wall Street Bets play, and I got like 110% on it, and then instantly gave it back because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But hey, it was my first options play. I'm gonna let those puts breathe a little bit.
Yeah. So this is my summa cum laude filter, which I'm working on for SPY and SPX.
Summa cum laude.
Nothing.
Do you want
Summa
to, if
cum
you
laude.
want, we got plenty of time today. If you want to kind of break down what you're doing with your summa cum laude, just kind of like an overview of the point of this filter.
It is not completed, but I can give you a quick breakdown. All
Yeah,
my
break it
filters are
down.
not completed. So I'm doing calls and puts, obviously EDS indices. I'm looking for premiums of 100,000 plus is what I'm looking for. Sorry, 1 million plus. I'm looking for those big smacks. It doesn't matter if they're multi-legs or not. DT is 9 DT just because I don't want to look for something that's too far out. I'm looking for something that's more closer in. Volume is looking for 100 at least, right? But the reason it's at 100 because if they are buying expensive contracts, 100. So the basic rule of thumb behind what I'm doing over here is I'm looking for directionality. I'm not looking for the actual contract to buy. I'm kind of looking for some of the directionality that happens with this. So obviously it's not 100% hit. I've printed out. I don't know if you guys can see this. I printed out some weird cheat sheet I got on here. I've done some little check marks and stuff on here, which were the ones that worked and stuff like that. So far, the last minute stuff has been kind of working pretty well, ish. But I'm still working on it to find out directionality. Like Nick, what did 941 did? What did SPX do at 941 today?
Let me check. 941.
Yeah.
That was when it dipped again and then bounced up.
Okay, so yeah, so that was a call that came in around that time, right? If you're looking at it. So I'm trying to find out if I can minimize this to find some directionality on the actual movements for maybe some intraday scalps or overnight swings. Obviously, it's not guaranteed, right? But it's still a work in progress. I need to figure out gamma, delta. If I can use all that to just kind of like take out some of the noise and stuff like that, I'll be super happy. But that's kind of like the rough breakdown of what I'm doing with this. So if that makes sense.
Made sense to me. It'll be something we'll have to
Okay.
track.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I made this. I woke up at 3 a.m. in the morning, I think last week, a week before, and I did this. So I get, as weird as it sounds, I kind of dream about filters. I know it's kind of weird, but that's how my brain works. And when I wake up and I have to use the bathroom for any reason, I will sit there and I will think about filters, and I cannot go back to bed. Hence why I got some bags sometimes. Because I stay up all night doing filters. My wife will come up and be like, "What the hell are you doing at 5 o'clock in the morning?" I'm like, uh, nothing bad. That's what I tell her.
Nothing bad.
Nothing bad.
Hey, at least your insomnia is productive. I just kind of like sit there and stare at the wall until 4.
Yeah.
Right
Alright, so-
now, just real quick,
Yeah.
I'm still in. I'm watching. Let me pop this bad boy open for the homies to continue how I monitor a trade when I'm in it using Periscope. Right here, we've got positive gamma at 68.10 and 68.05. They tested it once right now and bounced it. This was that first bounce spot that I showed you guys on SPY as well, right at the top of this former resistance from pre-market. I need them to not conquer this 5-minute candle right at about 681 to get my continuation. I expected this bounce. I need them to follow through to the downside. If they don't, I'm going to be thinking about trimming this bad boy for minor gains. Right now we're at 15% on it. I'll trim it off and then look for a re-entry if there is one. Currently, the net premiums are not convincing me to get out yet either. We're still seeing net call premiums drop, net put premiums rise. There's a teeny tick down, a teeny tick up, respectively, on this little bounce, but nothing severe enough for me to get out. They've got to close below this negative gamma for me, 68.15, 68.20. I want them to close the 10-minute on SPX, the 5-minute on SPY below this to show me that they're done with it. I don't want them to go back up. I sure as hell don't want them to go back up through 68.25. I want them to reject this little bounce and give me my continuation to that 6,800 level or lower. You can also see these little white dots on Periscope. Those indicate where the gamma exposure was in the prior 10-minute intervals. So this negative gamma down here is growing at 6,800, kind of falling off a little bit below it, but it growing at that 6,800. I want them to go tag that for me. And right now on SPY, They're reflecting an initial rejection of that bounce. I would love to see this 5-minute candle not backtrace above on the next candle, because then we can get some spice on our 679 here. Let's see what they do. Nice little trade update. Back to you, Jay-Z.
We had a question on a couple things. We got a couple tickers and stuff. I'm gonna pull up those as well.
Hell yeah.
But the most recent question from Ms. Sachin was, I'm new to Unusual Whales. Do you have learning related videos for the platform? Yeah, so I just tagged the Unusual Whales YouTube. Go ahead and click on that and go there. There's a lot of learning on there.
Even better, Sachin, I'm sending a playlist.
Hell yeah, education playlist,
Unusual
baby.
Whales education playlist.
There you go.
As someone who's actually involved in making some of these, Nick, which of these videos do you recommend someone starts with?
Oh man. Honestly, the playlist itself is kind of set up to be a starting point. I'm just going to pull up the playlist live here. I'm also monitoring this trade on the side. It is going our way beautifully currently.
Sachin says thanks, and Sachin, thank you to you for listening, for asking some questions, and for hopefully learning a little bit something about Unusual Whales. Sachin, if you're
look at those cute guys that are live
you.
on YouTube and Twitter.
Oh yeah,
those guys are attractive. I gotta say, no bias.
Sachin, if you are interested in the tools that the guys are using here, there is a sale going on for Cyber Monday right now. You can get 15% off your first 3 months of using the site, or 30% off your first year. So make sure to take advantage of that if you learn something from the videos and you want to end up using the tools yourself.
So I would say, I'm going back. I just had to put us on 3 cams so everybody could see you talking. And I wanted to see if you were making funny faces when you didn't know you were on camera. Now.
Yeah, he's like...
No, I was focused, man. I was thinking.
Pretty much here, all the outdated ones, you can ignore those. They're outdated. We've had many, like I said at the top, when I first plugged the sale, site updates all the damn time. So these ones are no longer viable. They're based on the old site setup. They won't be super helpful. 4 different ways options transact is a huge one that you need. It goes over how you can tell if something's most likely being bought, sold, opened, closed. It covers all of those. That's a really good place to start. When you start getting a little bit more complicated, watch these ones with Dan about call debit spreads. Really good strategy, especially for SPY swing traders. Options flow concepts you need to know to be a better trader is a huge one. So is the net premiums one. That's what I touched on our last show a little bit, the nuances that come in with net premium. That's part of what Jay-Z was talking about earlier today as well, about not being married to the net premiums. This video goes over why. And then for an article, I'll send you this, Tucker, so you can spam them as well. Indicators of unusual options activity is huge. It's an article by Snorlax UW going over little nuances in the flow from pretty basic to a little more advanced of what makes a trade potentially interesting in the flow. And I'll also have a video of him explaining this coming out this week as well. So that'll be in that same education playlist as well.
Sweet.
All right, Jay-Z, all you again.
So I'm gonna take a look at Anthony's flow. Anthony posted in a spot 12.19, 5.90C. I am convinced, Nick, that Anthony wants us to use all of our money on one trade.
Dude, he does. That's what I'm seeing.
I'm pretty convinced he wants us to do that. It seems like these expensive trades Anthony wants us to take and just blow up the account. I think he wants us to do that.
He wants me to repeat last week where I swung too much size after telling everybody not to do that.
All right, so this spot 12.19. These are pretty juicy actually. The 12.19. I mean, juicy for bigger accounts, not for smaller accounts. Now I will say the 23.35s. We are starting off here at the bid. Seems like it, in my opinion, right? We're starting off at the bid, and then it's going to an ask, right? So I have a strange feeling this is, in my opinion, could be a possible, maybe a sold to open, just because of the way the bid changes. I don't know, Nick. What do you think?
I think you should keep talking. I'm monitoring this trade right now. Actually, I'm going to show them real quick, and then we'll continue with that. If you guys hear a beep, it's me finally taking profit on this. But just for the context, we're nearing my target at 6,800. I want to see how they react here. I'm not going to take it off right away. The play I played initially with that 680 put that we took profit on this morning is quite a bit lower than this. So I'm staying in this for now, but we're coming right up on it. They're trying to lose this positive gamma zone at 68.10 and 68.05. I want to see if the sellers have it in them or not. And since we're on a small account, I can't just take profit and get back in. I got to monitor it and be a little bit looser with my targets because we'll run out of buying power and I won't be able to get back in. And so right now, here we come, right up to my 6,800 target. I'm going to see if they give a strong wick from the downside here or if they're going to let me continue downward. We're so close to the low of the day as well. Low of the day was at 678.69 on SPY. We're at 678.90. I want to see what they do. If you hear a ding, they bounced too hard and I got out. If you don't hear a ding, you're going to hear me scream and yell, cheers later.
Cheers later. Hey, also, quick thing on that Periscope on the market tide. A quick thing I noticed too. If you're looking at that, look at how the price is going up while the call premium is going down.
Yep.
Always be suspicious of that. Always be suspicious.
And that's part of why I took this trade to begin with, is because that was happening near the top when we were still chugging up. Net call premiums took a dive. Right now they're bouncing off of that. I'm going to give them a little breathing room here to see if I can get a rejection of this positive gamma now that they've ended up below it without going back through that 68.15 level. But you might hear a ding, suspicious. And that's why.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
All right, brother, all you.
Suspicious. Yeah, so I was going to ask your opinion on this one, Nick. What do you think? I think this is more so of in my opinion, a possible STO because of where it starts and where this is linked to this.
It kind of looks like it to me as well. We see that bid-ask spread flutter and shift right up before that major order. The timestamp indicates to me that's all the same transaction happening, all the same trader. No guarantee there. All right, this bounce might tick me out. Let's see. Giving it just a second here. They did not make a new low. This could form a head and shoulders to continue downside. Let me pull up the SPY chart here so they see what I'm seeing. This could form a head and shoulders to continue down. Here's shoulder 1, head, shoulder 2. Or it could do a wick off pattern that I refer to as the uwu that forms a W up without setting that new low over here. I'm going to keep an eye on this. I want to see what this 5-minute candle closes at. Again, if you hear a ding, I took profit, but we can't lose on this trade now, homies. Good trade no matter what, but I'll keep an eye on this and report back.
Sounds good. So Anthony, I think I'm probably gonna again avoid this because 1 is too expensive. 2, it looks like a sold to open in my opinion. It looks like it. So I will probably stay away from it. I'm not trying to blow up my account, nor can I actually afford this on my personal WhaleWatch account right now. You know, I can't even afford to buy a pair of glasses, you know, so...
I'm over here being responsible, and Anthony's in the chat throwing us the most irresponsible shit for a small account.
Ion's back. Ion says, SGML. I did see that. You know what? I was gonna talk about that in a second, too. It was a good spot. I don't know where I saw it and which one. I saw it either in this one right here, too. The SGML 19C is what I also saw. You got the same one on there? Yep, the 1215, the 1219 19C. Bingo. Here it is. Now, the one thing I will say, it is small. It is 69% of the money. The first thing I'm going to look at when it comes to stuff like this is a 20K premium is pretty low. However, I'm going to take a look at that market cap, 1.18 billion market cap. So I think in the grand scheme of things, 20K, in my opinion, a 20K premium is a decent amount, quote unquote decent amount for a 1.18 billion market cap stock. It is borderline in the upper area, but like it's not a big deal. But I'm going to take a look at the actual tape. You're getting it all at the ask. Let's take a look. Not much to go off of. Timestamp wise, there's 2 of them, and they're both getting hit at that price point. Let's look at the overview real quickly. Do we have earnings coming up before this expires? So 12/19. When's the next earnings date? Not for anytime soon, I think. 3:30, I guess, is the next one. All right, so not anytime soon. So I'm not too worried about that. We got to keep in mind that we got to keep in mind of earnings and people trying to play earnings too as well, right? All right, so Net premiums increase and decreases and increases and decreases. A little bit there and here and there. I'm curious to see where this is starting off at. How far ago? 10,011. Majority transferred over. A good old neutral. Seems like we got a cross boy, I think. Let's check it out. Is it a cross trade or is it a. There it is. There it is. Yep, it is a cross. A good old crossy cross. What is? Would you like to explain to us, Nick, what this MLS is? I know it's a multi-leg stock trade, right? Yeah, it's yeah, yeah. So, is there any article that we have written, non-usuals have written that has? Yeah, perfect. That way, it's spammed in there as well for everybody. All right. So that's kind of like arbitrage at that point. I am curious to see
Already got
what
it.
this
Link in the
does.
chat.
Look at the
Boom.
chat. Tucker's on it. Tucker's
I'm
like, I
doing my
gotta work.
job. I'm just working. Come on, man.
Let him work. Let him cook. All right. So yeah, this is interesting. I don't know how I feel about that dip over there, but I'll keep an eye on this. 12.19 is definitely coming up real soon. $10 is pretty cheap. 69% of the money though is it's a hefty amount of the money, right? So remember that as well as we play this. Obviously, if you can get something close to strike, if you want to really play this, go ahead and do that. However, I will keep eyes on this for sure. It looks interesting. Definitely interesting. Something that I would want to play with. I want to take. Good spot on that, and hopefully will be good. Joe named Joe says I can't hear Nick.
Yep. So I'm going to say that one more time, and then Tucker's also spamming the link. If you see the little spirals, I realize my shit was muted for them, but not for you guys. If you see the spirals of a multi-leg trade there, that's indicating that that multi-leg trade includes shares in the strategy. Whereas if it's two arrows, it includes just other options contracts. It having shares involved in the trade, as well as it being a cross trade, are two flags against me wanting to follow it. And then that link explains the multi-leg trade in general that Tucker sent.
Yeah, I have me and Nick for the most part have the same thought process when it comes to flow. So like if he says something, I'm in almost full agreement with him on those things.
He's just more of a degen with his plays than I am.
Yeah, I'm trying to be better though for this for the show.
Right
Trying to be
now
better
I'm
for the show.
trailing this put with the 5 minute again. They bounced where I thought they would. Right now they're starting to reject where I thought they would. If they go up through here, I'm taking profit. We'll get about 20% on it.
Noise, very noise. All right. So what else do we have? So that hopefully that answers your question, Ion, about SGML. I'll definitely keep eye on it. 10 bucks though is pretty cheap. If you want to get one up to you guys, that's something you guys can do. I mean, depending on portfolio size and stuff, I'll probably end up getting one towards the end of the day, most likely. Because I want to see what else comes. I don't want to overexpose my portfolio either. That's a big thing that people do. As a new trader, is overexpose, have many contracts. You gotta be able to manage that stuff every day, right? So
I'm
make
looking at
sure.
we currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 positions open, so that's funny. But we do have too many positions on as well.
Yeah, I know.
But we're not over levered in terms of money, so it's
Yeah, that's the difference. I think money and overleverage on money and the contracts at the same time, right? So you gotta have a fine balance between those two. All right, let's see what else we got cooking. Asbet puts. Oh, so somebody asked. Research Twit Bot asked, "What do you guys make of the flows in TMC?" So, research. Basically, TMC for me, I am not in it anymore. I took my profit. I have my bigger account has a couple of runners. Holding on to. I'm not gonna chase that anymore because I already took profit from last time I mentioned that I was taking, right? So yeah, that is my thought process on TMC. I normally don't like to chase if I already had made profits from it. I let that go, and if it goes, it goes, and I'm good with that because I'm not too worried about chasing something I've already made money on.
I think
if
that's
that
fair.
makes sense.
It goes kind of hand in hand how we don't like to chase too much on something that's up a lot and people are chasing momentum. Sometimes, sometimes it's pretty clear. I think that LPTX was pretty clear, but we were being extra responsible with the
Yeah, it was also, I think, it
account.
was the first day of the account opening,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. We didn't want to mess around on the first. So it comes down to nuance, chasing and not. Generally, rule of thumb, don't chase. It's just safer. But yeah, we'll I'm sure end up getting some that we take, and we'll explain why we take it, even though it's chasing.
Nice, yeah. And then as you holding those spy puts still, I believe he is. I don't think he will definitely
Yep.
tell us. Yeah, he
You'll
will definitely let us.
hear
Yeah.
it ding too. You'll hear it ding. They're getting close to my stop, but my stop's in profit, so we won't lose on this trade regardless. But they're pretty damn close to it.
I'm gonna go through some of the filters and see what we got.
Just saw $5,000 contract. Oh, it's the SPX one.
Yeah.
I was damn.
Yeah. It's the directionality concept of it. Coin. Oh, somebody asked about Bitcoin. Why is Bitcoin down? I'm not
I don't
really
really
a
follow crypto, to be honest.
Yeah,
I did see
honestly,
Bitcoin get kicked in the nuts big time.
Yeah.
Before
I'm
market open.
I'm not a big.
All right, they're about to take me out. I'm giving it like 2 more seconds. And I do have some firepower for about 2 or 3 more scalps if they do ding me on this one. They're right at my rejection point on SPY. I'll show you guys where that is quick. Right here, right at the bottom of these 2 candles. If they conquer that, you boys gotta run.
Ion, we also get questions from X, Twitter. So that's the other place we get it from as well. We're streaming on there as well, which is where we get the other questions from as well. What else do we have? APLD puts. Interesting. 44K. Ask.
Yeah, those also wondering why I haven't stopped out yet, even though they hit pretty much my target. Like I said, they need to reconquer this negative gamma above them that we lost to begin with after I entered the trade for me to be convinced sellers are done. That hasn't happened. You can even see right now they're rejecting the top part of that, right about 6820 SPX. If they get back up into here, that's where I'll have to stop out. But we got in pretty close to the high of day. We have a little wiggle room here. That's why instead of cutting it off, I want to see what they do on the back test. Currently, that back test is rejecting. I would like to see it reject harder, because you see right here, 6815 is starting to trail toward the positive side. Some of that negative gamma positioning is falling off here. I want that to become resistance. At 6815, I want it to be the new 6825, where they reject it and make a new leg down. You see, I almost pointed with my finger like that was going to friggin' do anything. You see how they rejected it right there. Perfect top of the candle rejection. They tried taking it out. They could not get over the negative gamma in 6830 to 6835. Rejected those. Came back down to 6825 and couldn't hold it as support. They lost it pretty much instantly. That's right where I got in. I want them to come down and take out 6800 still. That's still growing. The negative gamma positioning is still growing there. We're seeing the area above it going closer to the negative side from, if you remember, these white dots are the prior positioning from the 10-minute intervals before. If they can bounce back through these, I got to get out. They're trying to change the trend on me again. Technically, high of day should be the stop out, but we're on a small account. We got to be careful, and we have to be tighter with our stops. So we're pretty much right at the inflection point of where I take minor gains, or they give the rejection and give me confirmation for more downside.
Nice. Got a couple of questions here as well. Anthony's making fun of us, I think.
Good.
As Joe named Joe
We need
goes,
it.
do either of you have long-term holds and sell premium against your shares? I don't. I have long-term holds.
Unfortunately.
I
I
do
have
have
sold
long-term
covered
holds,
calls
yeah.
before. I've also lost shares on covered calls before. It is what it is. But I don't have any long holds with cover calls put on them now, no.
Yeah, I think that I don't do any like multis or premium against shares or anything, but I do have like long-term holds. I had some long-term holds. If you consider like 6 months to a year a long-term hold on a contract,
That is
technically.
basically forever for me. Like
Yeah.
like you guys know, I'm a scalper. I'm not an investor. I trade intraday, and that's about it for the most part. I still swing puts. I still swing calls. But I don't have much of an investment portfolio personally.
I do. But I also like I'm not like crazy into it as people think it is. You know. Let's do 0DT. I think we're gonna push higher over here, Nick.
Yeah, they'll stop me out when they stop me out. I'm gonna let them
It
do the
looks like
thing. Stick to the
look
rule.
like this. Yeah, it looks like they're setting up higher. Next question was: are you guys live on Discord Voice daily? If so, is there a paywall for voice?
There is no stream live on Discord daily. There's a Snorlax stream that goes on once a week that's also on Twitter. That one takes place in Discord and on Twitter. This show takes place on Twitter and YouTube. But no, that is not a daily thing.
You guys should definitely tune into that, though. Lots of information with Snorlax.
We're kind of like the loud, fun, let's use it real time. You're going to learn so much from Snorlax streams, breaking down the basics to more complex nuances. He'll talk about a lot of stuff we talk about too, but way more educational those.
And you'll be able to understand him better because he doesn't have an accent like I do. Oopsies. All right, let me refresh a couple things real quickly. Let's see if I can find something else to play. Can you give lifetime subscription like trade text?
I have no control over that, homie, but there is a 30% discount on your first year right now. Cyber Monday, link in the chat.
Yeah.
Hey!
Link coming to the chat very soon.
Tucker's still alive. He's alive. He's alive.
On me, and we're
out. He's alive. Tucker's alive.
Link in the chat.
If y'all heard the ding, they finally got that put. We took about 10% on it. They went a little faster than I wanted. But hey, a win's a win. Now we'll be looking for a new re-entry if they give us one. If they don't, doesn't matter. We won today.
I was lucky enough to get that lifetime sub when I got it. Super happy about that.
All right, I was officially in the chat.
I think I was one of the last people to get it, too. And I think we're pushing up over here.
Yep, they got me on my stop. We're still chilling. If they give me a re-entry, you'll hear me ding, and I'll talk about it. Apparently, they're just going to go back up and test that 6825. Since we're on a small account, I didn't want to give gains back. I took it out. But the true stop for that put is recapture 6825 and hold it. Right now, they're chugging right up toward it. If they reject hard again, Jay-Z, I'm going to take another put, but I'm not going to rush into this. I'm going to see what they do.
I just took 100% on a call.
Nice shit, dude.
Yeah. I felt it. I looked at that bounce area. I was like, yeah, that looks like they're going to push right through. They looked like they were setting up a little higher. So that looked kind of juicy. All right. What else do we have coming in? HPQ calls. Nothing burger for me on those. ONDS. Anybody have any other contracts they would like to like for us to? Oh, what happened there? I clicked something I shouldn't have clicked. Like for us to check.
Jay-Z's trying to get us all fired by opening porn up on the stream. Jesus.
Whoa!
I can't believe he'd do that.
Yo.
Whoa! Where can I see?
Goddamn. That's disgusting. Where's the link so I can avoid it?
Yeah. Why the heck would you do that without me?
Anthony goes, can I use the 30% on my lifetime? I don't know if you can do that or not.
No.
It's a good question. It's a great question, Anthony.
Get out of here.
It's a great question. Great question. Anthony over here trying to catch us lacking. All right, I got this on my filters that came in. Seems like they're trying to catch the bottom with this one. The ABTC 5C125.
That ticker doesn't even know it's ABCs. This is ridiculous. Where the hell did that T come from?
I don't know, dude. But look at that drop, sudden drop in net put and high of push up on the call premium right there. That looks kind of interesting.
I saw MSTR puts come in, but I'm gonna go ahead and ignore those.
Dude, some of these big
MSTR is down 11% already. Probably because Bitcoin got shot in the scrotum with a 12
They
gauge.
got roasted. Bitcoin got roasted, dude. Let's see if there's any. Oh, here it is. Hello, friend. But that's early. And that doesn't really matter either. 57 at 10. Doesn't matter. Interesting. I'd like to see where this one goes. I did see some flow last week too on the put side, which is why it's down 8% today already. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that volume over here. Maybe they're trying to catch the bottom real quickly. A quick little bottom catch. Ooh, Spy's going. Spy's going, Nick. It's going.
IRBT got a flurry.
Did it?
They're already up though. They hit at 30. They're trading as high as 45 now. It's the IRBT $2 call.
Interesting.
It's up 34%. I'm good on that. No thanks.
Do they have any IRBT coming? Nope. On this one. It's no like 7.
It's already up 34%. The stock is.
There it is. 1031.
Yeah, and those are already up like 50% plus. And the IV is 236.
Jesus.
They're moving.
Jesus Louises. All right. Anything on your interval flow? Anything else new pop up?
Those two were the only new ones, the MSTR and the IRBT, and neither of them are playable for me.
A Joe named Joe goes VRT. Let me take a look at that. Let's take a look at the VRT. VRT 130p.
Tucker also sent you a VRT.
It's probably the same one.
Yep, it's the 130p.
Yep. I'm doing my job, man. Let me do my job.
Let me do the job.
Daisy's robbing Tucker of his back end glory.
Fucking ridiculous.
I want to contribute, man. I want to make a difference.
All right. This looks pretty spicy.
That bid-ask spread's not.
Yeah. So in this instance, right? If I do some math, let me do some math real quickly. Terrible at math.
Oh, this should be good.
Little whiteboard here and math over here.
You got to talk through it. Show your work.
Fun fact, guys. I failed calculus twice. Okay, so I'm terrible at math. You know what? I'm just gonna use my calculator on my phone. I'm not gonna this is stupid. Why am I even trying?
Phone for placing orders, phone for calculator. Bro
Yeah.
does it all.
I should have like a scientific calculator on the side, which I can use it, right? So what do we have? 141 and 215. 250 minus 141. Your middle is 74 divided by 2 is 37. So 141 plus 37 is 178, right? So this is barely at the ask. This contract here. So I'm looking at the in between of the two here, right? So 178 is your in between here. So this is barely at the ask. So I don't know which direction this is, unfortunately. So I won't be able to give you a good read on it just because I would ignore this because I couldn't tell you direction. Only the person that bought this would know the direction of this or what they're trying to do with it, right? So that is just my 2 cents on it. I think I did the math correctly, right, Nick?
I don't even know if it's actually 2 cents because I don't know if I trust your math.
Damn.
That could have been like his 30 cents.
I said 1 cent. It's 1 cent.
Oh,
It's 178 is the 178 is the middle, 179 is the fill. So it's 1 cent over the ask is what I'm summa cum laude seeing. So I hope that answers your question, Joe. I probably wouldn't touch it. I definitely wouldn't touch it.
I can't wait till those are worth like 500% tomorrow.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
In a situation like
this,
this, in the situation like this where I can't tell you exactly which direction it's gonna be, I'm not touching it. 100% not touching it because it's just not worth it for me. Even if it goes 20,000%, because I can't even make a proper educated guess on the direction. If it was like 2.00 or like 1.5 or something, I would more so be happy to be like, okay, that looks more so towards the bid of the ask, right? But right now, it just doesn't even tell me what direction it wants to go. It's not making up its mind. All right. Pineapple Investing goes, y'all want to pump IVP for me? It's like 0.5 with an 900 market cap.
Absolutely not.
Nope, we do not. Yep, we do not pump anything in here. Just want to let you guys
and
know
next
that.
time, don't even reply to that shit.
Yep, I won't reply to it next time. But I just want to make sure that people understand that we don't do that type of stuff.
Hell no.
0 chance.
And just for posterity's sake, I'm going to flash a disclaimer again. Same one I flashed at the beginning. Don't shadow any of our trades. None of this is financial advice. We're just educating and showing how we actually use the tools by using it alongside that education to show we're not just talking shit with nothing to back it up. But
I didn't
don't trade it. Trade none of it. This big old disclaimer, that. And no, we will not pump a damn thing for anybody. Just make that quite clear. All right, we're back.
We bad.
Baby, we're back! Oh, I'm going to do it again.
Next.
Hold on. Shit, I'm going to miss it, though. Fuck. Damn it. It might be too late. All right, too late. I'm not chasing. Ugh! They rejected without setting a new high a day, so I was going to hop in another scalp with a stop at high a day because the loss wouldn't have even been a fraction of what we made on the last one. That's okay. I'll sit on my hands.
Ion says HPQ
We got
22.5.
Mr. Rocky 9002 in the chat saying, thanks for financial advice. Look at the bottom. Not financial advice.
Thanks for the
for
financial-
entertainment purposes only. Specifically, not what the streams about. You are wrong, Mr. Rocky.
Nonetheless, you're welcome.
You're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome.
You're welcome for the entertainment purposes only.
For the
all right.
edutainment.
So, the HPQ 22.5. Okay, so I'm gonna give you my thought process on this, right? Not that it's like different or wrong anything like that. I just, for me, the 22.5. What was it? The 1205. It's this one right here, was expiring this week. So HPQ has a market cap of 22.83 billion. 14 in my opinion of trading, a 14K premium on a 22.5. Oh, sorry, a 22 billion market cap stock is not much. So I wouldn't want to chase it. I would like to see at least 50,000+ going in there before I want to chase. If I click it, it's now premium's up to 107. So that's a little different. This is coming all day today. Let me see where they started. 14, 13K. So it's been coming in pretty much 107,000 though is a little different. Yeah. So this is a at the end of the day, this is going to be a lotto play, right? Your entries over here are 0.11. They're at 0.12. So they're hoping to catch a quick move, I guess, for the rest of the day. What is HPQ again? What is the stop? Engine experience.
It's HP. They have HPE and HPQ.
Okay, that makes sense.
They split them. I think one still focuses on like computers and shit, and the other is more peripheral. Let me double check. Because I remember back in the day, HP was like, no more printers, and everyone was like, what? Yeah, HPQ is the computers and printers. HPE is enterprise business and data centers.
Okay.
Same company, different facets.
Yeah. Net premium, not the gospel, obviously, but I'm looking at this massive spikes in red. Not much in the green for today, though, right? So overall, I'm not really convinced about that little small play. I mean, these look like they're probably exiting, right? Right, Nick? What do you think? We have.
Yeah, I mean, if you go back up, only half of that carried over. Can you go back up to the profile for that day? I want to see if those just kind of back to back in and out same day type shit. Nah, I mean, only half of it carried over. Was all of that 2,000 in that one candle on the 26th? Not quite. Kind of trailed in and out.
Yeah.
You know, it could be a partial closure and a partial open. It's really hard to say.
Yeah. I'm not really sure. Again, 100,000 premium though is pretty hefty going into something like that. So I would obviously advise.
It is funny because right before earnings, there was a slew of puts that I warned against, and the stock did go down, but the implied volatility on those puts was so high that they did not profit.
I got some puts and I did pretty well on them.
Nice. You didn't get the ones from the flow because those did not do well.
I did not do those.
It's by trying to make a new high a day here.
Looks interesting though, honestly. It does look interesting. It is kind of a degen play for me, obviously, and I like those. But I will probably stay away from that one, and I'll pick something else. To be honest, I'm not trying to be a little bit more less degenerate on this stream. But I'm gonna regret saying that already. I know it. But yeah. All right. So we have another one.
PTX is calling from the abyss.
Yeah. Hello, guys. I'm here. What do we got? Akhilesh says 7.5 call December for what? What are we looking at? He's linking something else. Please look at. I can't even find it. Can you please post the ticker for me if you don't mind on X chat? That way I can take a look at it if you don't mind. A Joe named Joe says we love Tucker. Yeah, we do.
Okay, I'll take it. New hashtag. Everyone start spamming that. Every social media platform.
They're also 20% makes me think they're probably short. Yeah, they could be probably short. I couldn't tell you exactly just because where the contract sits at right in the middle, right? So I can't really tell you exactly what I think they're gonna do. But yeah, I mean your guess is as good as mine, to be honest, right? So, all right, let's take a look at filters again. Nick, Joe named Joe's asking about how Matt is doing.
Matt's chilling. I think. I haven't talked to him today. I'd imagine he's chilling. I missed my put entry again, though. That's okay. Really? They still might want to fill that gap to the upside, but I don't know, man. I'm not sold yet. But it's too late for me to enter the put I wanted because it's already up 30% without me. Sick!
Sick! All right. Let me see what else we got cooking, like good lookings. Into 195K, 205, expensive. Look at these candles, man. Interesting though. CMP volume sees higher today. We had lots of P volume on that day and a lot of C volume that day.
Oh, man, that's gonna. It's going.
What's going?
I was gonna get the 681 put, and it's already up 55% from where I wanted it. Weak.
Robel says, "Hi there. What's going on? How are you? What is happening?" Lots of U-flow today, actually, as well. Oh, look at that. Look at that entry over there, though. Let's see, 1 day. Yeah, the people that got in there are happily happy right now. I'm not going to chase the U-flow. It's not something I'm going to do. Anything on interval. Oh, I want to refresh this. Oh.
Yeah, my last one's still that MSTR that I didn't like for interval. Nothing new for me.
At 11 o'clock, we got a put that came in on SPX. What did 11 o'clock do on
11
SPX?
o'clock, it was still pushing.
Okay.
But we did get our rejection, which is where I was trying to get that put and missed it.
Okay, let's see if that proves to be a good directional. We can.
I mean, if it was, it already happened. But those are so. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. That shit's so in the money.
Well,
the put isn't, but yeah, I don't know.
I'm looking for more so, like I said, direction. I don't really look at the actual what it is per se, or the other contract, right? I'm looking for actual direction. I'm trying to find something different from just looking at the flow. I'm trying to see if we can predict directions of general stuff too. That's kind of my new thing that I'm trying to look at, like just directional bias, right?
Oh, that 681 put is laughing at me right now. Damn, I had it at 175 queued up. It's at 240.
Oof,
that's brutal.
Yeah, so let's say you're looking at SPY, right? Not even SPX. If I can find like a move for SPY per se, right? Like close in the money, like you're 681, right? Per se. Let's say we look at that and we take a 681 there.
Too late now.
Well, yeah. Would it have been in profit at that point in time if we took it, right? That's why
we would have sat through a little bit of drawdown, but nothing severe.
Okay, but it would be up right now, probably, right?
Oh yeah, it's
okay.
Yeah, I mean 170 to 240 so far.
Okay. NVO.
But I do already have some gripes with only picking direction out of that, because just the fact that like ignoring multi-legs and ignoring distance from moneyness, like at the money, in the money, out of the money.
Yeah.
There's so much context in those things that I don't know that it's a good idea to ignore them entirely for the sake of that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
But if it works, who the hell am I to say? Man, I can't believe
this
went from 170 to 240. So mean.
I'm just trying to find new stuff, man.
No, we'll keep an eye on it. Keep tracking it.
I'm just trying to find the different stuff that, like we try to find all the time. I'm trying to think outside the box a little bit,
But the box is so warm and cozy. Got 8 inches of snow and only 2 inches came inside my box.
Shorting this cat. Oh man. Oh man. All right, so what else do we have that's going on?
I said, hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah.
All right, so we got Credo after hours today. We got to put 16% out of the money, 12.5, 150. Interesting. Very interesting. More Credo puts too. I am kind of excited about those. What's like a really degen Credo move?
What even is it? What's Credo?
I think it is infrastructure market for 5G high performance computing and hyperscalers. I'm gonna act like I know what that is. That way I don't look like a doofus.
You don't need any help with that, buddy.
Yeah, I was about to say it. You beat me to it, but
Trust me, man.
Oh, those 681s are just guffawing at me. They wouldn't have stopped me out on that bounce or anything. They're just laughing at me.
Man, them Credos. I might. The IV's 200% on those. Ooh. God damn. Oh my god.
$930 on something with IV like that could get real painful real fast. Just like me longingly staring at this move and not being in it.
Ah, boy. NN called 8K only. Nah, I'm gonna skip those. MPs. MSTR puts. More MSTR puts, Nick.
Yeah, look at MSTR, though, and you'll see why. I ain't chasing that shit.
Hello? I would like to load, please.
Nope.
No? There we go. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I'm not chasing that.
Makes sense. AMKR, what is this? I have not seen this before. 9 billion market cap, 17K.
Although I hope that guy that was telling everybody to buy MSTR calls in our chat last week is doing all right.
Oh god, who was that?
I can't remember, but he was pretty gung-ho about it.
Oh boy.
And then
I know, man. Sometimes
Bitcoin
people
got fleeced, man. That was a huge liquidation. That candle was crazy.
Yeah, they got cooked, for sure, without a doubt. Without a doubt. I have nothing. Anything on
nothing
Periscope?
New.
Nothing new.
Periscope levels are literally what they were a bit ago. I'm gonna do something though.
Do it.
I just took that 680 put, and my stop is extremely tight. This is a little bit more degen than I want it to be. My stop is them bringing this 5-minute candle back up. I'm just taking a flyer here. If they get me,
we can't see your screen.
You can
by
now.
The way.
Yeah, it's on there.
Oh, now I can see it.
You're crazy.
Now
We'll keep
I
an eye
can
on
see
that.
it.
Our other flow contracts aren't happy right now. The only one that's green we have on the table are the
CPD.
Campbells.
How bad are the other ones looking like? Coors, I think, is getting wrecked, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm down 20% on cores.
Yeah, Coors. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Cores is
I
such a-
should have listened to myself with that 25 giving me pause.
Yeah, man. Those cores didn't look as appetizing as I would have liked them to be honest.
All right.
But it is cores. It can do some crazy things because they've been expecting some weird news for the past like forever. So maybe they're
Something we need ready. Maybe not for Wednesday's show. But we do need that piss counter because I'm about to finally take my first one. I made it really long this time.
We're very proud of you. We're very proud of you.
So I'm going to do that. And if you hear a ding, I got stopped out. If you don't hear a ding, things are going my way while I'm away. Be back in like however long a piss takes.
However long a piss.
piss takes. All right. Anybody has any more contracts? I'm gonna take a look at. I'm gonna pull up the YouTube over here.
Did you end up looking at this hood one?
Nope. I
Yes,
will look
sir.
at the hood one.
Hood 113p, December 5th.
Hood.
Shared by our friend Joe named Joe in the YouTube chat.
1 to 113, 12.5.
Yeah, I sent it in the chat.
You know what? I don't want you to work too much, so I'm just gonna click it.
Trying to do my job. Trying to do something.
Do it, Tucker.
Do something. Wait.
So 10 minutes. Let's see. Lots of volume counts coming in. We have $129,000 premiums. Take a look at this big old juice candle. I think these have already gone past what I would want to enter at. For a small account, Joe, I'd like to get in here and get out of here because that would be my 20% gain, right? That's what I kind of look for the most times. That is what I do. But these look interesting. They are down 6%. So I mean, hood's down 6%. So I'm not trying to really chase per se, right? Gonna sit this one out, but it looks pretty interesting. As you'll know, I will sit most things out and I'll wait for a good one and I'll take a good one. I will grow it slowly. I like to compound stuff. I'm not like a person that wants to chase every single time I see something. As you know from a couple things ago as well, but that's just how I play per se, right?
Hey, that put's doing good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Let me peeky peekies. Let me peeky peekies.
They're coming up on a small set of support. If they bounce it, I'll just take it off and take my small dub. Up 15% currently on the 680 put for tomorrow. I really wish I got that 681 earlier, man. This would be up a lot more and I'd be a lot happier. But hey, wins are wins.
Hey, I was about to say, man, win is a win. You can't say no to a win.
You know what I'm gonna do? I know I have a couple months on it. I'm gonna pull this on screen for posterity. I'm gonna take a loss on these cores. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe I'll regret it tomorrow. Maybe I won't. But I don't want to risk it too much. We're down $30 on it. I'm gonna take that off. All right, let's get that the hell out of here and let my spy scalps take us back to Valhalla.
Yeah.
All right, they are bouncing that support. 2 minutes left on the 5-minute candle. I'm gonna let the 5-minute candle play out. Still trailing to the 5-minute candle. We're now in profit enough that we won't take a loss on it if they get me. But man, I sure wish I had those 681s.
All right.
Oh, hood again. We looked at hood last week too, but
yeah.
I mean, it's tied to Bitcoin's movements right now. That's why hood's so. It is why it's worth over $100. Before the Bitcoin halving and before the huge rip in Bitcoin, hood was trading at $11, $14 a share. And that's one of my biggest regrets of 2024 is not getting hood calls when I pointed out to my homies that hood had a shitload of Bitcoin not being accounted for. But yeah, hood's gonna be like MSTR now. It's gonna be like Wolf. It's gonna be like the Riots, the Maras. A lot of it is gonna hinge on Bitcoin movement. Not all of it. Hood's its own company. They're doing a lot of cool shit behind the scenes for their platforms, but a lot of it's gonna be pretty closely tied to Bitcoin movement because of how much Bitcoin they hold. And all of these Bitcoin names we're looking at them, they're all down because Bitcoin got fleeced. I'm not much of a chaser, so I personally won't chase hood in the show account. But Jay-Z might have a different take for his personal degen account.
I just said that I wouldn't. I'm
did ya?
not a. Yeah, no, not doing that either on my on Hood at least. John M. Joe says Snorlax tweeted that we should be looking for short puts. I didn't see his tweet. I should look at his tweet.
He does like short puts. Beta gang selling puts to open for upside targets. I
Why
don't look at many short
looking
puts.
up for short women?
Wait, what?
While you guys are focused on short puts, I'm out here looking for short women.
Yeah, because they have to be.
I don't know. I'm trying to make a joke.
They gotta be shorter than Tucker, so that's why he's been on the prowl so much.
That's not possible.
He does fit on my shoulder. My girlfriend doesn't even fit on my shoulder, and she's only like 5'3". And Tucker fits on my shoulder, so I don't. Short kings rise up. I'm not knocking.
No, I'm not knocking. He said.
He is the devil on a shoulder. They're gonna get me on this candle, it looks like. Yep, I'm out.
Nobody goes. Unusual Whales have a WhatsApp that sends out plays to make.
No, that is a scam. Report it and block
Please
it.
report it.
We don't do any of that shit. If you see anything like that whatsoever, it's a lying scam. The only thing you'll see about Unusual Whales and trading are these streams. That's it. Nothing else. Only WhaleWatch. If anyone else is saying that they are Unusual Whales and they're taking trades or doing call-outs, they're full of shit, they're scamming you, please report them and move on after blocking them. That was a good stop out. We only got 5% on the trade, but it did save our hide.
Somebody asked something about Iron. Do you see anything for Iron? Alps asked about Iron. I do see these that just came in, the 1205, the 10,000s. I have a feeling they are probably, don't quote me, but probably getting out maybe. Or maybe adding. Oh,
I'm going to quote you. Good. I'm quoting you already.
They don't look good.
You're already been quoted.
10,000, 9,000 carried over. One at 2, high 2.62. Oh, yeah, they're getting cooked. Yeah. That does not look appealing to me. How about this? The 52s. That also does not look appealing. I don't know. Nothing appealing for Iron, actually, overall, at least what I think. If I see some Iron flow, I'll take it. Iron's not one of those companies that's just getting, they're also getting a little clobbered over here. Interesting.
Still nothing new on my interval either. Last one's still that MSTR.
There's some expensive flow that's going around, but
I mean, what do those MPs look like? What even is MP?
MP's materials. It's the same as it was similar to TMC. That's why TMC went up too. Yeah.
Damn, they're down 5% today.
Yeah.
The 62 calls could potentially be an exit. Those 61s look new to me.
Yeah, I'm not. Again, I play TMC. I'm not really trying to chase any materials right now. I want to see like new openers, like new like cleaner plays before I grab anything. Anything new I'm grabbing has to be clean.
Clean.
I'm gonna be a little bit more pickier this week. I'm trying to figure out what the market wants to do this week, just because of last week. How I don't know. It kind of, in my opinion, kind of felt like a fake move, right? Last week. But
I'm with you. That's why I keep swinging puts between shows.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to like
2 for 3 on the put swings, but the one that lost was painful because I oversized like I tell everybody not to do. But it is what it is. We're still up on the show account. We're vibing.
Where are we up right now?
We're at 1150 after I took that Coors loss.
Okay. Not too bad.
Not too bad. It would be a bit more, but we took those 2 winning SPY scalps today, along with our swing. But I mean, we were down almost back to break even after that mess up. So we're trucking still.
All right, let me see.
If anybody has any flow requests in general, you got us for a little bit longer. Feel free to drop them. We'll take a peek. Probably keep going for another however long until it dries up and you guys get too bored of my beautiful face.
Yeah.
Now we have anime on the screen. We're just watching stuff now. That's where we've dried up in the flow. We're dried up on the flow so much we're just watching anime on Jay-Z's computer.
I was trying to click through something.
The views would go up if we were doing that. Let's be so for real.
Yeah.
Let's be so for real.
Watch two weebs nuke their accounts.
I'm a huge anime boy. Huge. All right.
Now I really hope SPY goes up, so it shows me I wasn't wrong taking that stop out. We like confirmation here. They're still not really convincing me that they're going to rip, but they still have some of that gap to cover from overnight. All the way up, the bottom of that gap is pretty much at 683. So I might sit on my hands and see if they sweep lows today or take out that gap to the upside and then take a look at taking another scalp. I got to sit on my hands a bit here to keep my settled cash ready to go if they give me something cleaner. But I'm also in wait for cleaner trades. Both of our winning scalps were pretty small.
So I did get a cross hit from a lot of from this contract. It's very expensive, which I don't recommend anybody like us getting because it's $400 contract. But these Tigo 55Cs are, I think, looks clean. I'm gonna open these up and see where they sit, the way they sit.
Yeah, Tigo hit my interval too. Those are too pricey for the show account. That's
100%. But I just want to see
about 40% of our account value
for educational purposes, you know. 387 closer to the ask over there. 387 4 as it increases. IV is decreasing over here, which I don't like. Back to increase. 615 is 12, so 2230. Don't think it's influenced by this. 410, that is definitely close to ask side. Even over here when it closes up, that is still closer to ass side. These look pretty good. I'm gonna add this to the watch list.
The Tigos?
Yeah.
Where are they going?
Look like they're going up. Look at that.
Yeah, coin.
They have.
I had some coin in my filter too, but that's obviously going the same way as MSTR, as Wolf, as Hood, etc. It's trailing with Bitcoin.
So last time we had a big amount of call volume coming for the 2.3 on 130 average. Tigo hit 50 on the open, on the low side, and then it went all the way up to 56 a few days later, right? These are at, now they're at 52. Maybe we see another 56 push, which is why there's a 55 call coming with the 15.94 volume 30-day average, right? Our total percentage volume is 100% of all of it is today on this 1.3 million. This is very interesting. This is something I'm going to take a screenshot of this. I will post this on my X later on.
I'm going to bookmark it and wait until closer to the end of the day and see if there's anything we can take closer and cheaper in the show account. I like that flow personally.
Yeah.
Right now, like we did just talk a little bit ago at the top of the show about not being married to net premiums, but that doesn't mean you can't look at them. On your screen, Jay-Z, can you tell me what the date was the last time that happened?
The date?
Yeah.
Date
when it hit
11/12.
Can you see my screen, Jay-Z?
Let me see if I can fast forward it to your screen.
I'm sharing on Discord.
Yep.
Here's that net call premium that he was talking about the last time we saw these moves. Straight to the roof with net call premium on the 12th. Here's that tap of 56 he mentioned. It looks like what Jay-Z's saying is he's hypothesizing they're doing a repeat of what they did on the 12th with Tigo. Yeah. Because here you can see these filled on the back test. Granted, this isn't a super pretty chart, obviously. It's just the general stock movement relative to premiums. But here they bounced, and then these calls entered on the back test of that bounce, and now they're bouncing again. So I don't hate that hypothesis at all. Those are just real expensive. So
Yeah,
what was the time
they're
frame?
not.
Now, mind you, past circumstances aren't indicative of what will happen again. That don't get it twisted. But within 4, 5 to the 7 days, a week later is when those hit 56. It could very well be setting up for that same kind of move. The chart shows it finding support on its prior dip back on the 21st or the 21st, yep. And it's still forming that boing holding support there. I'd be curious to see if they can repeat.
Yeah.
Now,
me too.
mind you, like I said, nuances to net premium. Other things can be happening. It can be positional closures, etc. So nothing to marry yourself to. I just like the hypothesis. I think it's an interesting one.
Yeah, I'm curious to see because I've never heard of that. I've never seen this come up to this ticker. So for me, it's
Millicom
like a new.
International Cellular.
Yeah, so I've never seen that ticker come up either. So that's like kind of what catches my eyes, right? So, I'm actually gonna see what else is available, honestly, um, for that specific ticker, real quick, as I pull up my phone like a pleb.
That's the only contract getting anything today at all.
Yeah, the 60 calls are cheap though.
Yeah, what's the bid-ask spread on them, though? I'd be worried about
Point-
liquidity.
0.1 and 0.4.
I guess, yeah, it's pretty wide.
Yeah.
This is when I'm gonna look back at Tigo toward the end of the day and see if we can get some tightening of the spreads of the lower expiration dates, and see
Yeah.
if maybe we can't tail this with something more affordable. But like I said, I do have liquidity concerns with those other strikes because there's nothing happening on them, and so if there's nobody selling, you're not going to get a good fill on your buy.
Yeah, fair enough.
That contract that
wow.
you're looking at's probably got enough liquidity. You can take a look at that one for your account, but we can't in good faith take in a position that's 40% of the account value on a single contract. That'd be
Yeah.
too spicy. Way
too
too
spicy.
spicy.
Looking back at some of the other ones, taking a quick look at everything. Yep, I'm gonna exit my MGNIs here for 25%.
Nice.
Taking a quick exit on those.
I just broke your webcam.
You broke it?
I broke it. There we go. It's unbroke.
You can leave it broken. I'm broken.
Seether plays in the background.
Yeah.
I'm not getting anything super new coming in. I am going to bookmark these Tigos. I want to revisit those, see if we can get something cheaper for the small account. We got some Oxy puts that hit.
Yeah.
I believe that is
26,
oil.
yeah. Oil. Yeah, petroleum.
Convincing ask fills from me. Bid ask of 24 to 26 on these 40.5s. The very
5,000
first
volume.
order of the alert was a perfect mid fill, however. But then they scaled up to the ask. I'm leaning BTO on these for the 12th. I'm not going to dive into them quite yet. I'm curious what you think. Oxy is up 1% today. I'm not privy to current oil news.
Neither am I. I've played Oxy calls before, not really puts. But I am interested to see what the calls would possibly, the puts would possibly do. I'm seeing a lot of put flow in general.
The last couple of days here, despite the bounce, we've been seeing net put premiums elevated and net call premiums in the gutter. But that was also part of a pretty big dip, that initial net call premium that we saw come in. Probably people getting out of positions as well on the 21st to the 22nd. Yeah, I mean, I like it. Way high number of factors that affect what happens with oil prices, though.
Yeah.
But
I
it's
don't
pretty
know.
much
I
the only
don't-
thing. I'm a bookmark it and revisit. We'll see what they do throughout the rest of the
Yeah.
day. Gotta be annoying to buy puts just for it to jump another 2% intraday.
Joe name just says BITF5C. I'll take a look at it.
Pop her open.
Let's pop her open. BITF. Interesting. It's down 7%. Maybe someone's trying to catch that bottom and hope for a push upwards. You know, that's what I think is happening over here with these bad boys.
Whoever sent that SPY 550p, that is crazy. You can go ahead. I'll bring this up later.
That was Anthony.
I did see that.
Of course, it was Anthony.
Yeah.
Who else could it be? My man Anthony over here.
He
Yeah,
just wants
these
fire, dude.
he just wants us to blow up.
Well, these are cheap. Don't get me wrong. They're just SPY 550 with a month to go. I don't think SPY stays elevated forever personally from my little bear point of view, but I don't know about 550, bro. That's
Yeah,
way down there.
550, yeah.
That'd be crazy.
I could see 600 in the most.
Tempted to
honest.
take like one as a lotto, so I'm gonna bookmark it just to look at it. I'll just flash it up quick for people wondering what the hell I'm talking about here. My man Anthony Sanford sent in these $550 puts for December 31st. They're so cheap and so out of the money. I almost wonder if it's just someone being cute and saying the Santa rally can kick rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's way out there. I mean, they're cheap, but that's also if if it doesn't give a substantial move that moves these contracts more than like a penny per, I don't want to just throw away $36 on the small account. But I'm gonna think about it. You're making me think about it with this one, Anthony. You're making me think about it. But that would be a lotto in my book. All right, we're back on your screen, Jay-Z.
All right. So the BITF. I personally think someone's trying to catch the bottom. It doesn't look like a bad trade. I mean, it's relatively cheap enough, right? You got some time on it. It is a little out of the money. It is 55% out of the money, but it is crypto based, I believe, right? That's what BTIF is, right? BITF. Before I say yes or no to that, let me make sure I'm saying the right thing. Why is it in
I'm gonna go with
Spanish?
yes. Well,
Why is it in the Spanish or French or I can't? You know what, man? They're testing my knowledge.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Spanish or French or.
I don't know, man.
Can you not tell the difference? Bro.
Hey, Tucker, listen, man. Don't make fun of me. Okay. Yeah, I can't tell the difference.
Hey, to be fair, English is a second language, and he did not come from a Romance language. So seeing
No, I
like
did
French, Italian, Portuguese, Spanish, they probably all look pretty similar to him. Leave him alone! He doesn't know anything!
I didn't do nothing.
Is this German or Chinese? I can't tell.
God. Oh my God. Tucker, do me a favor and send me the X or Twitter link for me in our little chat, if you don't mind, please.
For the broadcast?
Yeah, someone's asking about it, even though we're almost.
Yeah, we're
getting
wrapping
to
up
it.
here shortly. We've been going for 2 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah, but also, does this person know how to use Twitter?
No, remember how we turned it off and turned it back on?
I sent you the new leak. How dare you?
Yeah, but
Did
also,
you really?
like, if you just go to the Unusual Whales Twitter account, you find it's right there.
You know, some people are lazy.
It's not hiding.
Some people are
It's not
lazy.
secret.
Okay. You know
It's not
what?
secret.
You know what? You know what?
It's not a secret.
I'm a super blood.
No, it's funny because an hour ago he was like, "Let me do my job," and now he's like, "You're telling me to do my job, and that's a stupid thing to tell me to do."
Yeah, stop it. Stop it. All right. What's the next one? Yeah, I mean, I think BITF.
I mean, I did it. I just wanted to whine.
Bottom fisher, for sure. Anthony says you're looking for some expensive flow. I can help.
I bet you can, and no, we're not. You bastard. Here's this $10,000 contract. That seems pretty good.
Anthony is trying to get us cooked over here for sure. GM has popped up over here from Joe named Joe as well. JS asked about NBS and Apple. If you have any special contracts, can you please please post, and thank you very much.
And then that'll probably be the one we'll send him into the ether with, whatever the contract he wants is.
The ether,
I saw on come in, but it's already running. It is already up 100% on the day, that contract, and I'm good on that. No thanks.
I don't know, man. I have the inside voice in me is telling me that these puts that are coming in are just people trying to follow the market movement right now with anything they can get for a cheaper price. That's just my brain telling me that. Obviously, it can be wrong. 100% could be definitely wrong. But all these puts that are coming in, right? Thinking my thought process behind it is that, like, hey, they want to like try to fish for this move that's happening, and like, oh, let's do this and let's use this as a way to fish for it, right? So I don't really know. So these GM 1212s, again, I could miss these, but they don't like. Some of these things don't scream to me. These are not things I like to take or like to play, in my opinion. So they look good overall. Let's take a look at the tape as well.
Looks like somebody might be closing out the $69 calls for December.
For GM?
Yeah, the 69 call for December 5th has... Is my screen even showing this time? Of course it's not. It has a good old... Oh, it was. I'm stupid. All right, there we go. It has 4,000 volume on the day, all coming in at the bid, but if you refer back in time to the 21st, we had 7,000 transact with 5,000 carrying over, and then 1,000 on the 24th closed out with it dropping off, and now there's 4,000 with 4,500 OI transacting today on the opposite side of the original transaction. I'm leaning toward this homie finally saying I'm done. And honestly, if it is, these were an average fill of 218, and if this is the closure I think it is, it's at 443, so they almost got 100% on that position. They got pretty damn close to 100% on that position. I am going to bookmark it just so we can use it for education later. But the reason I think that this is a closure is because we already saw the full position carry over on the 21st. 1,000 got trimmed off in profit, mind you, in profit. Held for several more days. Now we've got the other 4,000 transacting also at the bid. That's why I believe this is an exit. I think this homie is cutting their gains and running. But we'll know for sure tomorrow. I'm going to bookmark it so I can come back to it on Wednesday's show. And go over it once again.
I got some Tilray on one of my filters. I know that Snorlax will kill me if I mention Tilray.
Well, the thing with Tilray, too, is that things are, like, contentious right now with the 2018 Farm Bill. They tried slipping something into the bill that reopened the government to kind of ban that Farm Bill outright. And so it's a little wishy-washy. If I recall, the Farm Bill got extended through September of 2026 instead of getting completely gutted, but I'd have to do a little bit more research on that. I'm not a fan of Tilray. They were okay back in the day before they got meme squoze, and then before, you know, all the conjecture of, oh, the House bill, they're going to pass legal cannabis. None of that's ever real. Like, until you see that shit in writing, I think unless you're just taking fun intraday swings here and there, nab a couple bucks of premium on it, not a good time to fully invest in cannabis. And even if you were to invest in cannabis, I'd be looking at American MSOs that focus on companies like Curaleaf and Trulieve that are already positioned in America for it. Another name that you could look at, and this is specifically for long-term shit, not scalping. There's a lot of other variables there. But Afria Group, the company that owns Marlboro, owns a shitload of farmland they plan to convert into cannabis fields should it become legalized. But like I said, like we all see, you can even go through my Twitter feed and find me talking about all of the like the bills and stuff. Like they're gonna pass, look at all this call flow, and then they don't, and all that call flow gets fucking nuked. Don't buy into any cannabis stock hype until you see a piece of paper with a signature on it saying it's legal. You're just gonna set yourself up for disappointment and ups and downs, and it's not a good place right now. You gotta wait. Once America legalizes, it's not really going to be the small companies that benefit from that as much. It'll be the big players that already own all the farmland to convert that'll probably have the most to make from that. You can even see, like, back in the day, what's her name? Fox, the Republican lady from Virginia. She was investing a shitload into I just said it earlier. The homies that own Marlboro. They own Philip Morris. They own, it's ticker MO. What am I blanking on? Altria Group. There we go. Altria Group. They've got a shitload to benefit from should America legalize. But from an investor's point of view, it's too topsy-turvy rocky. If you're a trader, you can capitalize on the news cycles. Like the sell the news shit is pretty true with cannabis. It'll spike and then just dump like crazy because what people thought was going to happen didn't. It's never going to happen until it's signed. So from an investor's point of view, just be wary. If you're a trader, enjoy the volatility if you got the wherewithal, but just be careful and safe about it.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely biting commentary from Jay-Z.
Biting commentary. Biting. I'm trying to see if I can find stuff right before we get off soon. So I'm trying to
I'm still
scour
considering stuff. The oxys I saw, but I'm not.
That Tigo is gone, by the way.
Yeah.
They ran.
It's too late.
Yeah, they're at almost at 4.
Damn.
They're at 470 right now. So that's
too late. And I would have taken something closer and cheaper anyway, which had a little bit more risk, but it would have been way cheaper. But it's
your mic cut out, or maybe my mic cut out?
No. Is he talking still?
He's Nick. Are you talking?
Hello? We can't hear you. What happened, man?
Did the entire
No, the stream's still up.
Okay. Your mic died? Hey, maybe my headphone mics aren't bad after all, guys.
Might be
Yep. His mic just died. Don't know
might
why.
be a good chance to plug the sale and say goodbye.
Unusual Whales is having a Cyber Monday sale, guys. You should definitely take advantage of that. 100%. What is it? 15% off your first your monthly, right?
First 3 months.
For 3 months, and then you have the 30% off a yearly. It's super duper cheap. It's super duper cheap even without a sale, but overall it's really cheap. So you guys should definitely make use of that.
Yep.
I can see Nick's face. He's just smiling over there. And I think we are on the page where we just have 3 of our faces now.
Yes, we are. The
right.
Cyber Monday sale link is in the YouTube chat and the Twitter chat. Make sure to go click on that. Get yourself a nice cheap deal on the tools that the fellas are using here.
Yeah.
And you yourself can see what's going on. Use the tools.
Have fun. Come join the party. See what we're talking about. Follow with us as we go on. There's so many things. We can.
Hey, I'm back.
So definitely take advantage of it for sure. Before you guys the sale goes off, right? So, I can't say enough about this. I'm an affiliate, yes, for sure I am. But before I was an affiliate, I definitely was a user of Unusual Whales for the longest time ever. I think since 2000. I don't know, 21, 22. I can't remember. I got in I've been with them for a long time, so definitely worth every single penny, in my opinion. And they're very reasonable, very helpful. Support's helpful. The questions on Discord and stuff, everybody's really helpful and nice people. So definitely recommend it, 100%. So
that's a great plug. I wish I could have helped.
Whoa!
Oh, he's back.
After we did all the work.
I don't even know what happened. I'm gonna be honest. Everything was showing my microphone working, but it obviously wasn't. But hey, we're back. I don't even know what I did to fix it, but it's fixed. But yeah, everything they said is very true. I don't have anything to add. That was a beautiful cover. But yeah, we've been going for about 2.5 hours. We didn't get any new things to enter today except for those couple of scalps, but I mean, we did all right on those, I suppose. I'm still in the Campbell's puts. I'm not closing those till I'm given a reason to. We're still in rocket calls that are contentious, but we'll see what happens. NWSA, we have time. Those aren't until April, and I didn't see anything counter our trade come in so far.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let those sit. And our ARBE lotto's dead in the water, but it's $13. It's not the whatever. You know, who cares?
We are getting some lithium flow. Just I'm gonna end with that as well. Lithium flow is coming in. Just to let you guys know, like the SGML stocks and stuff like that. So that might be maybe something's coming out because we did see some Rivian calls, some Tesla calls and stuff as well. Maybe there's some specific link to all that, right? So
the battery baddies.
Yeah, the battery baddies might be back. So.
I'll just if they are, if we see one or you see one when I'm not paying attention to flow later that's like playable in the lithium area, let me know and we'll tweet about taking it if there's one takeable. But this is a really good opportunity for me to dress up as a Duracell battery. So if it wins,
I'd love to see that.
I'm gonna dress up as a Duracell battery.
That is funny.
All right, homies. I think that's all for us today. I hope you had a good time, learned something. We only lost 1 scalp out of 3, and the other 2 paid for the loss amicably. We're vibing. We're still up about 15% on the show account. The trades we have on are some puts in Campbell's Soup, some calls in Rocket. That's that finance company that you might know as Rocket Mortgage, but apparently they own fucking everything now. NWSA, I don't even remember what that was, but I remember liking the flow. We're in calls for that. And we're in April calls as well for RC.
Oh yeah, and then my personal WhaleWatch account is up to $1,000 as well from $500. So we've doubled.
But
that.
notably, he's taking dangerous trades on that. Ones that we will not be taking on the house account.
We'll definitely not take all those on the house account, but I will be posting that as I take them.
Because while the account started with 500. He has a lot more than 500 he can afford to lose by proxy of his main account. We don't have that with the house account, so we're not taking risky ones. But we're gonna take a couple risky ones this week probably.
Yeah.
If we
we'll take maybe some good earnings, like cheap earnings. We'll take another cheap earnings.
We'll take them. But we're being safe with that account. But other than that, folks, you heard the spiel. 30% off your first year, 50% off on the monthly for your first 3 months. Tucker's been spamming the shit out of that link in the chat. I'm assuming if you're on the YouTube, it's in the description. Just click it. It'll take you right there, along with a countdown clock for how long you got. 1 day, basically. It ends tomorrow. So don't miss out on this bad boy. You're not going to get it cheaper than this. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And with that said, we're going to get the hell out of your hair, and we'll see you guys Wednesday morning. Same place, same time. Market open.
Peace
so I
out.
can use some more spy scalps. Take care, guys.
Same whale time, same whale channel.